Your boy, Friday the South Band, charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. There's a children crying for starvation. Just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon.
It's only a consideration given. I don't want to go into details. I accept the outcome, but I didn't lose. If you approve something this week, they don't lose. When you find people thinking that breakthrough comes from a unit in a content full of many compartments, then you should understand the drift. But we didn't lose. We can only let go sometimes and then know the proper hand to hit. Now is the time to let go. And we have let go those things to ensure that we have peace and normalcy. I want to be thankful to the wonderful people of Costa Rica District. They are good people. I call them noble and loyal people. They are resilient people. We told them we will be formidable in the politics of Nigeria, where it means that we will see the Southeast, having to optimize on what should be. We'll be relentless. We'll be relentless because the Southeast has so much to give to the Republic. Now, because we are crossing borders, so we know the game is for all. We shall cross borders. And we shall do the right thing for the best interest of the people. We'll always put the interest of the people before any other interest. So we will do things positively to ensure that Nigeria gets its share of what should be. I have always said that Nigeria has a capacity to generate billions of dollars. But we ask, where is the money going? So perhaps we help to create the checkpoints to ensure that we have the proper thing. Even in terms of our tax regime, we see how things have been done. Giving special interest to special institutions. If somebody brings in certain type of soft drink, a Liberian cannot bring that same type of soft drink without going through fines and penalties. That is an ugly tax system. When fees are placed on some commodities that even undermine our international trade in terms of what we have, what we should get. Because as a speaker, I saw exactly the trend. I always advise, change that tax, policy in terms of tax imposition on some beverages. You allow certain group of people to bring Henneke, not intellectual property. So it's something for people to bring. And the more you bring, the better you have in terms of revenue. Volume gives money. And then you will suffocate Liberian people where others will just determine the price for those people. So the issue here, we know that things will happen. Look at logging. I don't think you have real appreciation of the forest sector in Liberia. Who generates money? How is it done? We remember when we were small, the loggers helped to fix the roads. This time, for years now, it has been serious that the logs still rotting, on the ground. What kind of a business idea that has been? In Hapo, as we are all here from Maryland, Hapo in Liberia has the most precious, marine species called sea cucumber. And it is cost the price of it is $3,500 kilogram sea cucumber. It's medicinal, it's nutritional, and that is purchased, especially in the east, some part of the northern, the global north, some part of Europe and America, people purchase that kind of marine species. So we have lots of things, and we are on gold mine. Imagine who determine the value of gold from throughout the republic. Who determine the value? You are an institution. You have employed people, and the employees you call them volunteer miners. Then you expect them to be able to evaluate or to value the extraction. I mean, the gold that comes from the soil, the diamonds that come from the soil. For me, I think that logic is wrong. We have to change it because it's not an entitlement of people to decide what portion of Liberia you just go and exploit. But these things are commonplace, and they are among some people in our sector, in the Liberian, people in high areas, the deep, the deep hands do these kinds of things. So we got to stop them. We got to stop them so that Liberians will benefit.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stan coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion.
Okay, tune to spoon to get your information. Tune to spoon to be a part of our discussion. This is where we get to talk about the happiness in Liberia. I'd like to say welcome to another edition of the program, the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics and Spoon. We are here again live across the Spoon Network and on other frequencies across Liberia. Thanks for being here with us tonight. My name is Nelson Colette. I'll bring on the rest of the team. It's going to be a spirited conversation here tonight. We ask you to kindly share the program as you come on. Please share the show. Those of you watching via YouTube, watching on Facebook, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV, and all of that. Thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. Just a quick SOS call I want to send out there. There is a fire outbreak right now at Passion nightclub. Is right along the Tottenham Boulevard. There's a serious fire outbreak right now at Passion nightclub. So, this is an SOS call to the Liberia National Fire Service, and all others concerned. Please kindly move in at the Passion nightclub. There's a serious fire outbreak. Information is that the LEC went. Electricity went, and then in no time when they came back, then boom, as soon as the current came back, electricity came back, the whole thing just things just started to get set at place there. So please, the Liberia National Fire Service is needed now at the Passion nightclub. There's a serious fire outbreak. It's important that you reach there in the soonest possible time, because the sooner the better. There are so many people out there, and we don't want a worse situation, because that place is in a space where there are lots of other businesses, lots of other offices attached to that building. So if nothing is done in the soonest possible time, there are possibilities of that fire just extending to the adjacent offices, and then who knows, that could be a serious disaster. So again, this is an SOS call to the Liberia National Fire Service. we hope you can move in the soonest possible time to address the situation right now. Talking about that fire outbreak. Again, I want to say welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. Okay, so we are hoping that you can move in as soon as possible. Again, we want to say welcome. Let me just bring the rest of the team on. We're starting very early tonight. Wow, you guys will not believe what I'm seeing in the background. For the first time, I'm seeing our co-moderator Moba Zokat dressed in is it a navy blue coat? I'm very sure the guy came from wedding. This is not. Moba Zokia, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you.
All right. I can see you uncomfortable in that whole suit now, man. What's going on? You get love, but I can see I see a love in your eye, boy. Like you can make it more. But let me bring Josh on. Josh, welcome. Princess, welcome to the show.
What Josh say again?
We'll bring Sandy on as well. But guys, do you know, is this a mobile that you guys are used to? You know, do you see any comfort in the present position of mobile? Josh, I mean, look at our guy. First of all, let me start by saying that your suit is beautiful. You know.
Thank you, Nancy.
Josh,
no, man, I attend our occasion,
you are not clear. You're not coming through. I don't know why, Josh. You are not muted, but we're not hearing. No, he's not muted. He's not muted.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why we're not hearing him.
I'll be right back, okay?
Go back.
Okay.
Josh, go back and come back. Log in.
Yeah, Josh, you can just log out and log in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to log out and then you can log in again.
Yeah, my man.
Princess says, I'll be right back. Going. But you know, we gotta bear with Francis. Francis has
the newest baby
he's the newest baby daddy on the block.
Yeah.
And the guy needs to babysit as well. And so which I mean, where are you? What's the occasion, Moba?
Yeah, a very important meeting today with my what's happening from my
Yes.
no, but actually I guess a very important meeting today with my district senator and representative. We had a very fruitful meeting. We were discussing some very important issues. And I post I tell her about my country and we need a lot of assistance and stuff. We talk, we went into duty and stuff, but it was
basically, Moba, you are making the case for Liberia.
Oh yes, of course we are, man. We are. We don't. Not everything will come on this on platform.
Oh my God!
That would be on behind the scene and be talking. Yeah, but it was fruitful and
so wait, Moba, at this early stage of the JMB administration, what this means is that Moba is reaching out and making sure that investors come to the country.
Yeah. We are. Yeah, of course. But man, look,
that's the voice of honorable. That's the voice of honorable Moba Zokia. Josh, you have any question for the honorable?
My man, I'm looking at the man. His face crying out, "Get me out of this suit! Get me out of this suit! Get me out of this suit!" And why his face telling me? Moba, nice suit, my brother. Nice suit.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
No,
I'm
but Josh, you
can
do that.
It's well. No, actually, where Josh, I'm prepared for the suit today.
No.
That's the reason why. Yeah.
Look, guys, you're not doing this to me. Comfort is an action.
What she said, I see the comment. I'm home right now. I'm not home.
No, I'm not talking about comments. I'm saying comfort is an action. It's
exactly.
We can see comfort.
I'll let you work.
We can see comfort, but
due to the meeting and stuff, you gotta dress diplomatically. When you're going to meet people there with high esteem.
You gotta dress for the party you want, Moba.
That's it, man. You're meeting with high class people, man.
Oh my God.
You're meeting with diplomats. You're meeting with people who, when you sit in your morning, that'll feel you too bad. So, but it was fruitful, Remember, we're pushing the case for Liberia. We're not just sitting talking. And,
Yeah.
with some representative and stuff, senator, and also, but, but we tell God, thank you. We getting there.
So honorable diplomat, I want to say thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But what is that? Is that juice in the glass or what?
No, that juice, man. My man, I don't drink like that.
No, but why are you drinking juice and sweating at the same time? Is it the coat that's getting
That
you
is cold.
sweat?
That is cold.
That is cold.
But then how are you comfortable?
It's supposed to be negative degree aero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, sweating. On our AC saying you will sweat.
Well, that's the problem with Chinese coat.
Sandy is funny.
Sandy is funny.
We don't wear Chinese thing,
Yeah, I know. That place Chinese people can export all the things.
Oh my God. But it's a good way to start the show, man. I want to say welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to everyone. Sandy, thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you. I saw that.
It's good to be here.
You are the first person who logged on, and then apparently you are making some adjustments.
I must confess, I was hungry, so I was eating my ramen noodles.
Now, there you have it.
Yes.
When I tell the folks that Sandy and the rest of the guys are always eating before the show, they'll say, I'm not.
What about somebody be making stuff up?
No,
I'm not about nothing.
But today you confess. Sandy just confessed. Even George,
I don't want to go to hell.
That is sitting. They sitting when they say Joe Baga sick. On the day for get speaking for that the whole thing that what happened to there. They say you can eat. They say you can eat. Today you confess.
They see what they can say. We prefer the sick man. Because this more year the better man. We care about 20 years. That one we took the system. We won't go back 20 years.
I
think that we not listening to friends. We not listening to friends.
I'm not listening to two of you now. Only friends. But again, it's a good way to start the show. I mean, welcome. It's good to have you on.
For clarity, Joe Boyga never fell down.
I knew my sister was coming respond.
Somebody had to grab me from the back, eh?
No. Being Daisy and falling are two different things.
But I mean,
I want to say welcome.
Thank you, Nelson.
Let's do the quick what's on your mind. But just before we do that, again, folks, this is an SOS call to the Liberian National Fire Service. There's a serious fire outbreak at Passion nightclub. I think this person should be from there now. This person should be on the scene as well. There's a serious fire outbreak there. The Liberia National Fire Service, we are hoping that you can move in as soon as possible. That place, there's no excuse about location. It's right on the Tottenham Boulevard, on the main road. You're not going in a corner. But the unfortunate thing about this situation is that there are adjacent offices that could just, get affected if nothing is done about it.
It's a congested place.
Yeah. We just hope that the Liberia National Fire Service can move in and at least handle that situation. They said LEC left, and then when LEC came back, boom, some stuff. So please.
Yeah,
please.
Liberia
National. There's somebody that talk about Chinese code. Then you bring.
Chinese wire.
I don't do Chinese code. I do original.
Send it, don't mind. Send it a letter.
But sending that I do Chinese code. I want to be like Liberia, so I'm not spending money on.
I didn't even know this, Baba. Baba, why you look like penguin tonight?
And you see the girl.
I'm cool money with that dealing with me that
Yo.
You say hi, Baba. Look. You say hi, man.
Penguin. Dress a penguin. And then Zago Penguin can get different color, yeah. And then again. Weekend.
You coming on a wedding? Baba?
No. I'm gonna make the case for Liberia. Our president in power, so we're not here to joke.
I just let it wait and make it put it. I go make a case for Liberia.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's start the show, folks. It's already 16 minutes past 1 a.m. Let's do the quick what's on your mind. Let's start with no, today we're starting from up there. Let's start from Mobile, Amin, Josh, and then Francis and Cindy.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. What on my mind today? We want the Liberian people to rest and show like they should relax because we see people all on Facebook, trying to rush things like, oh, when you start working, you relax. We got to set our cabinet. We got to set all the ministers, entity. We got to put everybody to their position according to their qualification. We can just take people and put you somewhere. You're not qualified. Then we say, oh, the same people who rushing up will come by and tell us, say, oh, but we're not. The person you're putting, the person not qualified. No, we got to take our time. The government got to take their time. JMB got to take his time and make sure and do the right thing. And secondly, I mean, the outgoing presidents, some of their fools on Facebook, and the critique about DeLong, putting his assets up, and they complaining that, oh, they don't get money, they don't. I challenge any seditions, more especially the one who, well, before they could get into power, the money they were having up to now, if they put their assets up, how much they got? They got it more than they don't. They're not having nothing. So now we see now on Facebook, they don't get $30 in his account, but today he get 50,000, 20,000, 50,000, 25,000 in his account. So it made no sense. You understand? It made no sense. But go look at Carrasco. Carrasco who posted that stuff on Facebook. Go look at his account today. Carrasco get over $1 million in his account. What in your account, or he get it in cash. He get over $1 million. Then he come here attacking Didon about they don't working for his money. Didon is a senator. He working the money they paying that what he receiving. He ain't getting no bribe, and he be behind the Senate to audit. For him to audit the identical Senate and the representative exactly. They will audit them or the budget.
So the last time Senator Dillon declared his asset, what was that?
I can't remember how much he was having in his account back then. I can't remember.
$30.
Well, it can be $1, it can be $4, $3, but now, like what the message they should already send it. He accept it. Someone who today on Facebook, the past government who then posting, oh, they don't get $50.
No, Mobile, you won't give me the chance to
okay, go ahead. Ask the question.
Think easily. So the first time Senator Dillon declared his asset before getting really involved with politics, before taking office and so forth. As you know, asset declaration is one of the prerequisite aspects of the law. But what was his asset at the time? Do you remember?
I can't that I'm saying. I can't remember actually how much you were having back then. I can't remember. I will not call no figure that I don't know about. But now I think he get a lot in his account.
Okay,
right?
so I stand to be corrected on this. But I remember $3.
United States.
Yeah,
50 cents.
50 cents.
Now how about the Liberian dollars?
Asset.
Zero.
There's a Liberian dollar component there. I don't really remember the Liberian dollar component. $3.50. But I'm coming more back. And so the latest asset. So the senator was elected. The first election he contested, that was the by-election in 2019. And then 2020, he won the actual election now for the 9 years. So from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, you're talking about 3 years, right? So in 3 years' time, the senator's previous asset was $3.50. And after 3 years is 71,000, a little over 71,000 US dollars, and that of close to 1 million Liberian dollars. Okay, so I just thought to bring in that clarity.
Yeah, I understand.
Is that? I mean, Mobile, what do you think about this? Do you think that? Do you see this as the reason why so many Liberians want to get involved with politics? 3 years.
Yeah,
and listen, I don't think it should just that information should just be used to beat on Senator Dillon, but I think it more like serves as an eye opener for so many Liberians to know exactly what politics in Liberia is like, what the legislature is like, and all of that. In 3 years, imagine if you were doing business, whether that cool business, that co-author business, or you open your late company, will you have generated such an amount? 71,000 in 3 years, excluding the one you not use already. So the one we're talking about, it almost like a profit after all your gidiba, your different thing. It's just it's like your profit. Is that the reason why a lot of people want to get involved with politics? You think so, Moba? Yeah, Moba, your line is gone by. But let's move to Emmy. Emmy, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah.
But I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing.
But you don't have to hear us talk.
Go back. Go out.
Nelson, it's an interesting debate, though. It really is. And I mean, if I can put my 1 cent there.
You guys want us to start the conversation from there?
No. Let's go with the line. Let's go with the line.
You know, no. We're doing the line. We're doing this whole line.
When it comes to you, chip in. When it comes to you,
exactly.
I have Moba back. Let me bring Moba on. Moba, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Yeah, go ahead with your question. You done?
I'm saying, do you see this as do you agree with others? So many people who would say that politics is the surest way of getting quick access to maybe wealth. Do you think there's a reason why a lot of Liberians now want to get involved with politics? Given that they don't have been so much honest, you've been very honest to come up and say what it is.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%. It's not something that we sort of have. We come there, we have behind the shadow. That's it. Everybody want to go in politics because they know what to get from there. But my concern here is, if Dillon can come out right and say he want to, he come out with access declaration to tell, and he also calling for auditing. He's not just saying, I just declare my assets. He said that you can audit the Senate. So it's like he is waiting. He's waiting to see whoever will come and say, okay, you know what, let's do this, let's do that. So that all the representatives, let them come up with that. Let them come up with that assets. Their declaration, poverty buying in power, let the poverty, the other people. But the reason being I put this, the reason being I came out with this issue because I saw a post from Kalasco trying to mock at Dillon, telling Dillon that Dillon was not having nothing. I agree, but now he gets so. Kalasco, before you get into power, how much you have in your account? You are not even having an account. If I'm mistaken, you're not even having an account.
You gotta move on.
No. Let me speak my mind. You have 0.00.
No, guys. But Alfred, where are you? You're interrupting Alfred, please.
Not Alfred. George. Not because I hate you on Kalasco. I'm saying the fact. That's the fact I'm saying.
So guys, let's do this. Let me set the timer, please.
Yeah, let me conclude.
Conclude in 30 seconds now.
So, but Kalasco coming out and questioning Dillon, it get to me. Before Kalasco get into power, how much you are having? That's my question. Now I go check your account. He should be in millions. Tefansi Koji, who now eating calamari on the street, so they go check your account. So don't question Dillon. The one who preach, you say you clean hair, you must come with the same clean hair. You cannot come out. You say they may get $1 million. Then you go check your own account. Then you get $1 million. No, the man now calling for auditing, right? Calling for auditing. So let them get the audit and see if the money he get to the in his account. Let
me read what Kalasco posted since you're talking about.
I saw like a post.
He said, in 2021, when my brother Dillon declared his asset, his house, according to him, without a fence, was valued $40,000. Now the same house in fence with a gate and a 50 kVA generator, but valued $38,000. Maybe he reduced the room sizes and numbers, the quality of the paint, from the oil to the water, the zinc from 32 to 12 inches. Anyway, he will explain. Blah blah blah. It ends right there.
But
what about this? Yeah. So what's your issue with this?
Yeah, my issue here is
Hmm.
there are nobody to question Delon anything. He will preach equity must come with clean hand. If you tell him they don't that what they don't get, you should be the person who. But when you are having maybe when you're having kitchen, today go look at your house. You're having kitchen, but go look at your house today. Your house gets CCTV. I mean, or CC camera. Your house in fence. Your house gets swimming pool. Your house get living more than 3 living room, dining room. But before you're living in Zin round house. So don't question Delon. Don't question Delon.
Thank you,
people
sir.
that are supposed to be questioning Delon are people who comes with clean hands.
But is it about the message or the messenger?
It's not. It's the look. Now what they don't keep telling every Liberian. Let all of the Senate. Let the Senate be audited so everybody can know what is going on in the Senate.
Thank you,
so
sir.
we shouldn't come and that conclude and say, oh, they don't take money, they don't do the. So you should tell her jump off from on Facebook. You should delete it.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank
you get
you.
no integrity to question they don't about
Thank
anything
you.
when it comes to corruption.
That's what you there. Thank you, Moba. Thank you, sir. I know you made a case for Liberia today, but just hold it a bit. We'll come back to you. Shirley, welcome to the show. Alfred, thanks for joining us. Cindy, how did you get all the way here? Anyway,
But Nelson, how you keep moving me around?
I mean, you're stable.
That's not put
Well,
on with
yeah,
it.
right,
Right,
I'm supposed to be up there.
No, Alfred is the one. You know, we always give priorities to our females now. So the females are.
Yeah, but you want to make sure you put a Q-tech guy between the females.
If we come first, you can't take out over female when we're here first.
So it's not bad. The positioning is you're gonna have your time to respond to this issue based on when you came in, but the positioning is just there. Yeah. So go ahead. Then we'll take Josh and Cindy.
You see, it was all be George and Francis, but not George and Cindy. And he said the time you came in.
So hey guys. So Shirley, you always fighting for George. You see him fighting you right now. I'm just saying.
Shirley, I'm just talking about fairness, Shirley. I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you.
So, before you start though, I just need everybody to know I couldn't stay by to come and see my brother Maluba all in his 3-piece or 4-piece coat. Brother, you look good. I don't care what Cindy said. That is not a Chinese suit. We put a lot of effort into that.
Thank you, Mama.
So thank you.
So that means you can't fight.
I know George. I'm fighting her. She ain't fighting George. She fighting you, but that's okay.
Let's hear 1 minute.
I don't know why you can be giving these people credence and then y'all be talking about all they have.
No, we gotta clear some of the air, my sister.
You clear right on his post and be done with it. Don't come give him that platform here and be talking. Who? Don't let me speak Chinese here. Who is Kalasco? Because I'm about to put the other one behind it before something that he would come and be questioning somebody. He may be right, maybe the figure, whatever. Something with it, but who he should be the one. This is what I said to George. If he had nothing to say about the past 6 years to condemn anything, you have no moral standing to condemn anything now. That's how I look at it. So giving all that prime time to Kalasco, I don't even want to be a part of it. But anyways, Liberia is on my mind, and I was watching the prime time show today, and I really like what I was hearing from Amin Mullah. It made me a little excited for some of us. We have the business plan for Liberia, not government positions, but hearing what he has in store for that position. He was just nominated, so it was very exciting. And I can't wait to see and hear what this new government is going to do. And like Moba was saying, people are rushing and something, but let them work. You can't tell people that they're not working. No, they are working. You gotta just sit and watch and see where it goes. You can't be micromanaging anybody. You don't know what they're doing. So you can't just sit there and say, oh, you're not working. No, just sit and watch. That's what I'm going to say for now.
Thank you, Amin. So let's move to Josh. Josh, your 1 minute quickly. What's on your mind?
Look, Nelson, thank you very much. And thank you to my fellow panelists and those listening in Radio Land and all over the world. Look, I'm happy to be here again, and I just taken aback by what my sister Ami said. So I will address that first before I go into exactly what I want to say. If you say because we did not see anything wrong in the past 6 years, so we should not say anything now. You that saw everything wrong in the in the past year, can you now say everything should be right in this one?
Not
Is
everything.
it
No.
vice versa? Is that vice versa? Is it something
No.
that will be a competition? I don't think so. But let me go
No.
ahead. I did not ask, for a response. It was rhetorical. So the thing is that
Okay, so can I have 20 seconds because he called my name?
Yeah,
oh
no,
my
yeah, but let's
God,
have Josh to learn. Let's have Josh.
she just
Please
want
learn.
to throw me off my peg. That's what she's doing. So good job, Amy. So my brother Mulba, for me, I'm not going to go by the way of criticizing Dillon about, his wealth that he accumulated over the short period of time, 3 years, to get that amount of money in your bank. My man, I work here, I work my butt off here. I don't have that amount of money in my account as I sit here. So I don't envy him. I know that's the situation that exists. But are we saying that Dillon, the needs of the people of Monserrado, are they being met? Are the people now having clean drinking water in their homes for which you represent? And you have that sort of money in your account. Are these people self-sufficient? Are the people's lives improved after you promised them all these things and went to power? Now you have enriched yourself, and these people are still in abject poverty. I think it's a shame on our leaders, whoever you are, to come to the people and say, your lives will be better when I come to power. You come to power and you look at the amount of money you have in your account that is sitting there. That's not what you spend. That the money that is sitting there, just as your savings, 70,000 United States dollars sitting in your account, and now you want to tell us that
71,000. But John,
71,000.
is it fair to give it up to Senator Dillon, given that all those other senators that have been there at the Senate, some of them from your own political party, the CDC, those people did not get to declare their asset and make it public like Senator Dillon is doing now. Is it fair to give it up to him for at least trying to shine light on transparency at the legislature to some extent based on this recent action?
Nelson, what Brother Dillon is doing is the one that elected him. He said he was going to expose what is happening in there. He has done a lot of exposure. That's why he got elected. You think if you are going to come and say, I want to make 70,000 to get in my account in 2 years, didn't people going to elect him? No, he came there and said, I will expose everything. So that exposure, that comment he made him to get the seat. And then he said he was going to divide his salary and give some to Monserrado County. And these people are still hauling water from down, how they call it, Nipo Street, to go up there, and people are still suffering to get clean water. And he has 70,000 United States dollars in the account sitting there. For me, I'm not criticizing him. It's just an eye-opener for us Liberians, that these people will come and will say all the sweet things. Unfortunately for you and myself, we continue to be the same as we were, and these people's lives will improve right before our eyes. So, it's there for you guys to see. The second thing I want to talk about is Admin Moda. We already know that the Lebanese community control our economy. Lebanese men can pick up phone and call a friend Lebanese man and say the rate now go to $200 to a US dollar, and that what the rate will be changed to right away. And to have a dual national who is of Lebanese background being the commerce minister, I just feel that it is just another way of putting our economy further into the Lebanese community.
What's your own interpretation of that dual national or somewhat dual nationality? You know that every Liberian citizen, born of who is born to whose parents, who is born to a Liberian parent, maybe all of your parents are Liberian. At the age of 18, you can decide which nationality you want to take on. All right. So in the case of Mr. Amin Modat, he is a Liberian, born and raised here in Liberia and all of that. And then you want to connect where you come from with that.
Okay, I will connect it. It's simple. Look, we can all look at the plain facts on the table. I'm not disputing he's a Liberian. He's a Liberian. But if you look at him, you look at his name, it is not a Liberian name. And that tells you that he has a background somewhere as well. It might not be recognized on papers, but it's there. Look, I've seen Lebanese men come from Lebanon with one trouser and come, and in 2-3 years he got his own store. I've seen that. These people come from Lebanon, they come and ask for loan. Their friends give them collateral, they ask for loan, and these people, their life flourish right before our eyes. And to have this guy put that, look, you guys can question it because you have to back everything that the government does. But I'm telling you that to put our economy further into the hands of the Lebanese man is not going to do us any good.
Wow.
It is not going to do us any good.
Thank you. Thank you. Someone says they agree with you for the first time. Anyway.
But we gotta respond to the man.
But let's hear from you, Cindy. Cindy, go ahead.
I know you're a defender now.
All right, well, it's good to be here.
My word.
Look, you hear me?
You got a little feedback.
Oh, I'm too loud
as well.
Nelson, I think you're supposed to give me my 20 seconds.
Okay, no, we'll come back to you, Yami.
I'm good
Cindy,
now.
go ahead, sir. I'm trying to adjust things from my end.
I'm
Let's hear
better
you.
now. I'm better now.
A little bit.
Okay, now you do the adjustment.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Just keep making
it good now. I should be good now.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Better.
Go ahead. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Look, there are many things to talk about here tonight, and I want to kind of go into them. Just touch a piece of them, right? First, I want to say I keep seeing in the comment section that Passion is still on fire. It's very unfortunate. I know the owner of Passion, Eugene, and I hope
Eugene, nice.
that I pray that he can, they can get help there. So Nelson, if you can reach out again to anybody, please do that.
But Nelson, you get it fire. The guy.
We can do all on air. So
no, you can be yourself and call him. That's why
working in the background.
Yeah.
Senator DeLong, he disclosed his asset, and he's getting some punches here from our brother. When I look at the asset declaration form, it shows that he makes around, his gross income is around 127,000 a year. Is that true?
Yeah.
So let's estimate that Senator DeLong then maybe take home around 105 or maybe 100 a year. And then let's do another math that since this guy was elected 2019, maybe he started serving 2020 up to now. Let's give it 3 years. And let's say that divide that $71,000 that he has now in his account by 3 years. That's giving about $24,000 a year of savings.
Okay, no, Cindy, sorry for interruption. For the sake of the calculation,
Your calculation, yeah.
Senator DeLong stated that he will take home not more than 5,000. So as you speak, there are other lawmakers who are taking up to 7,000 and so forth, but Senator DeLong takes home 5,000. He says, and the rest of it he will give back to the Montserrado County, thing. And it was from that funding that even the rehab center, along with some other donations that in the rehab center was birthed. All right. So for the sake of your calculation, I'm just trying to help your calculation.
I have done the calculation already. You don't need to bother yourself.
Okay.
It may take you 5,000 a month.
Yeah.
Multiply that by 12.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Yeah. So
times 3.
Senator DeLong is actually taking
5,000 a month by 12.
60,000.
180,000 in 3 years. 180,000 in 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Take 71,000 from there. 109,000 in 3 years. A brother who get gas free. A brother who coke is being paid for. Pretty much everything that man living on has been paid for by the government. Tell me that brother out of that 180,000, tell me why he should not save more than 71,000. It's not how I always tell people, I train people how to save their money. It's not how much you make, it's how you can invest that money that matters. George say he working in Australia, he worked his behind up. My brother, if you don't know how to save that money, with all the year you've been in Australia, I'm not being personal, contact me, let me help you. If I make over $100,000 in the United States and I cannot save at least $24,000 a year, well, reach out to me, I can help you. I'm gonna leave it there. It's simple
You
as
pay for your publicity tonight. You pay. I'll see you.
It's simple as that. Now, and I think asset declaration is important. I think all of them should do it so we can know exactly what you bring to the table. My brother Moba also counter argued that maybe there are some folks too that need to do it, like Kalasco. We know your lifestyle, we know why you didn't have, and now you have a beautiful house. I mean, congratulations. I like people to invest and have beautiful homes, but let's know where you got that money from as well. I look forward to a good show tonight, man. I forgot the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, thank you. It's good you forgot. I'm glad you forgot.
Can I get 20 seconds? Because you can mention my name as well.
Yeah, you get 20 seconds. I mean, it's requesting for 20 seconds as well. But let's take Francis quickly. We're about to make the rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, good evening to everybody. You know, I was trying to start my words on my mind today with something positive about the future of Liberia, but we have to get in the gutter in the beginning. But I think that's why we're here, to get in the gutter sometimes to dissect these things, right? So I'll just piggyback on what our brother Moba was saying, also to help people understand some things. First, let me go to what I was talk about the house. I'm not an appraiser, so let me just put this information out there. I'm not an appraiser, but in the US, I have a real estate license. I never represented people, but I bought houses, fixed them, and sold them. So I somehow understood how to do my numbers for the houses I'm going to buy to fix to know what my profit margin will be. So let's go to what Kalasco talked about in his comment when he talked about Dylan's house, how you put a fence around it, the value should increase. Not in all cases, improving your property increase the value of your property. That's one thing people should understand. You have to also look at the environment. Is the environment also appreciating? Because when you appraise a home, sometimes, at least in the US, you have to go at least a half a mile, some people go a mile radius of where your house is to compare to the comps. What are the comparables in that area? So you can get a house that you bought for $30,000. It doesn't mean if you go and spend $200,000 to improve that house, it doesn't mean that house value should increase by $200,000. Is it true that the value will increase a little bit? Yes. But when they look at similar houses, similar square footage in that same area, is the community improving? Is it boosting? The economy boosting in that area? Are more people buying in that area? And also, to the interest rate of buying houses or on loans to get mortgage, how is it? Is it high? Because it can drive down purchase. So there are so many factors that come into appraising homes. So Kalasco, he should know what he's talking about before he jumped there. Maybe he's an appraiser in Liberia, but I don't know. But I just want you guys to understand that him building a house and having a generator there doesn't mean the value should triple. Sometimes factors in the community can also bring down your prices, or in the economy can also drive down the price of home. Look at in the US, when COVID hit, the first house we did in 2020, my partner, we bought a house for $69,900 and fixed it and sold it, right? 2021, that very same house went to $120,000 because there was shortage in stock. So many factors can carry prices up or bring prices down. When there's too many new builds, people building houses, and they flood the market with it, what happened? The prices will go down too. So that people look at all these things. But today, go to the next thing about the money. Sandy took the words out of my mouth. You have to look at what the person makes. In Liberia, the cost of living is so low that when you have $1,000, it goes a long way in Liberia. That's why we all come here and we talk about the pay that these guys are getting. We say it's ridiculously high. There's no reason why they should be getting that amount of money, right? So if Senator DeLeon had come over there and said he had $50,000 in his account, then I don't even want to talk to him about the future of our country, because of poor management. He's not even able to manage his own money. Then how can he make laws to manage the money of Liberia? They make too much money to not have that type of money in that account. So yes, that makes sense. But we all still say, please try to reduce these people's salary. Because George talk about, the people don't have good, better quality of life. Yes, if you take all the money and carry a senator and representative and minister there, how you think you fix the pipe for water? How you think you fix the poles and all that stuff for electric? So I do agree with George in that aspect. But the one thing I would say here, my people, y'all can see the difference between those of us that supported the opposition and the sedition that say they will die on that road where George Weah lay because they don't care what happened in Liberia. They will never go back and say, have you guys ever come here and hear George complain about the money that they were paying the people there? Never. Even now that he has the opportunity to talk that the money is too much for the people, he's still trying to make it seem like only CDC people hands are clean, but all the other people their hands are dirty. You see, that's the problem with seditious. We sitting here talking the money is too much. So saying that they don't and should have even more than that in his account. Because in Liberia, you can live on $30,000. It doesn't matter how much responsibility you got. Send your children to the $7,000 a year school, right? You can still pay your children's school fees. If you make it around $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, with all your things paid for, gas and electric, all those things paid for. So yes, but we all agree that it's ridiculous.
Thank you, Francis.
The amount they should reduce those people pay and take the excess money and put it somewhere in the economy so that our economy can be stimulated and people can have a better quality of life. But let the sedition declare the asset now. They don't say you're paying me too much money, but I will show you exactly where the money go. So the money you're giving can't see it. But what? Carrasco, John, we are bad boy. I won't even be surprised if Carrasco go broke.
When the 1 minute finishing, Nelson.
So Thank you. They don't know how to manage money.
George, you're
interrupting.
interrupting.
I see he broke.
Thank you, Francis. Yeah. So, just a quick update. I don't know how to say this, but there seems to be no way out. I just hope the neighbors and people around the Passion
can help
and find a way to work around this thing. The fire service trucks are down.
Wow.
Right. And
you
know, just a lot. That entity.
Why can't I afford $55,000 and give it to people? Why you can't buy a truck?
Josh, that entity have not received allotments for 6 months.
Bye.
Thank you.
you
And
gotta go.
No, George, don't go. George, come back. And
Where he go?
As we speak, the fire service is unable to respond to that situation now because even the trucks are down. No fuel. Fuel. So I just hope those listening and all of that, you can be able to chip in and see how best you can help out, you know, and stuff like that. But let's get Alfred.
One boy, I gotta chip in so they can be asking you where you get money from.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nelson. I got two things on my mind this evening, and let me just chip that in quickly, and then I will join you guys later. And maybe in the next 20 minutes, I will join you guys back. The first thing on my mind has to do with the way the inauguration went, and I listened to my Uma Angie Minyata. I want to let her know that we are disappointed. I am disappointed because in politics, they say he who speaks equity must come with clean hands. She has been on the radio telling people in government that they are incompetent, they can't manage, they don't know what to do. For her to come here and tell us, say, she was just a chairman in need and did not control anything, I think it's a disservice to the people of Liberia and even Mr. Bwaka, President Bwaka. If you and then you are talking to, like also talking to you that also. If you knew very well the people are sabotaging you, you are supposed to go to Joseph Bwaka and tell Joe Bwaka, say, oh man, the people here on the money in the process here, so you'll find different person that they can't do the job. But you can't sit down there, they think sport, then you want shape blame. You were appointed to do a piece of job, and the job did not go the way we expected, and you never met our expectation. Own up to it. Take responsibility and stop shaping blame. You fail us, and you must accept it. And that's the bottom line. I finish what I want. The second thing I want to talk about is the appointment of the press secretary of of the executive mansion. And I think I listened to her today. She's a brilliant young woman, and I hope that she will do the needful for the people of Liberia. She will articulate well for the president.
Thank you.
This opportunity that I'll be giving her, I think that she should be an inspiration to more young, brilliant Liberian women in Liberia that want to take the full step. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shirley. You want to go?
Yeah, sure, Nelson. I want to say hi to every one of you. I want to say hi to Liberians in Liberia and every part of the world. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you find yourself. And Nelson, what's on my mind? I'm excited for a new Liberia. And I had the opportunity today to watch Spoon. And I can truly say I'm impressed to listening to the press secretary, her plan, and how she is willing and looking forward to have Liberian engage with the president, not just those that can speak proper English, but the common Liberian to engage with the president. So I do pray that all of that will be implemented and we can have our parents who did not have the opportunity to go to school, they can have the opportunity to engage with the president to ask their questions and also give advice to the president if things are not going right. So I'm looking forward to that kind of Liberia. I was also impressed that Amen. I think his presentation was excellent. And he was well positioned to answer the question. He appeared to be someone who knows what he's saying and ready to take Liberia to another level. I know my brother George was here and said, "Oh, he is whatever he is. I don't care, and I don't want to mention that. I know he is a Liberian." And just listening to, what he is looking forward to and what he's working on already for Liberia, I'm excited and I'm looking forward to a new Liberia on the people that Joseph Boakai is, appointing. I'm looking forward to a new Liberia. And I mean, it takes all of us to pray for our leaders. Will they make mistakes? Yes, they will. But we pray for a change. And we need to still be in our closet, still be in our prayer closet to pray for these leaders and so that they can do the right thing for the Liberian people. Are we going to hold them accountable? Absolutely. We are not going to see something that is not going right and come here and just close our mouth. And that's why I am proud that I am not from CDC or UP or whatever it is. I'm a Liberian and I stand to be a Liberian forever. And if things are not going right, I'm going to be here and I'm going to talk about it. But today I was really impressed and I'm looking forward to a new Liberia.
Nelson, in 1 second, you promised to get it yesterday. I can use it now.
I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna give that 1 second or the 1 minute, and but this is a short video from the incident a media colleague just did and shared. Let me see if I can have this coming up.
Oh, Passion Spot is on fire. Passion Spot is actually on fire. The fire is spraying from the generator room and half of the building is already down. We are here, but fire service is yet to be on the scene. According to the information, fire service has been contacted, but up to present, there is no one on the ride. So you see the building from back. The fire is gradually eating all of the building, and that's the top of the building. The fire is gradually eating all of the building, gradually eating all of the building. Up to present, there is no one who arrived from the fire area.
So there you have it. But again, the thanks to Edwin Genowe, a media colleague there, for providing that video. He's on the scene now, and he just did that very short recording. And this issue about fire outbreak is serious in our country. Passion is owned by a young man. He has invested a whole lot in that business, and it's unfortunate, man. We just hope that something can be done. Yeah, I mean, I saw your hand up. You wanted to come in?
Yeah, it's really sad to see that fire thing going on. But it's a LEC, but the guy is talking about from the generator room. So I don't know which way this week.
Yeah, usually people have the folks have alternative. So like a big business like that, they have the LEC. So but when the LEC goes, then you have to switch your generator on. So when LEC comes back, then you switch, but maybe along the line, maybe in the process of maybe switching or whatever, and something just happened. But go ahead, I mean.
Yeah, I think Shirley touched on that a little bit. It's sad that we Liberians travel, we go in other countries, and like in the diaspora, we ask for citizenship. These people don't throw those things in our faces, but people will come on here. And a brother who was born and raised in Liberia, because one of his parents having to be from somewhere else, you come on here and call him something else. That is so unfair. And this is the politics of it all. Like everything has to be like politics, and it's sad. We talking about that's a new Liberia. We want a new Liberia that we can be able to look at the same way how you want for people to call you Australian, even though you're Liberian, or you're Liberian. You want for people to call you American. Why would you look at another Liberian, look at him and say he's a foreigner? If we don't stop this, and that brother has businesses in Liberia, he has developing Liberia, he has hiring people, all of that. You're not looking at any of that. You're calling him foreigner because you want to play politics. It's sad, and I think we need to stop it. We need to stop it, and I feel very embarrassed when Georgia said that, and that just needs to stop. That foreigner. We want to be calling each other foreigner to the country burn down, and we ain't going anywhere. What about the ones who are truly Liberian? What are they doing that they should be held to be called Liberian, and you calling somebody else a foreigner? That is just sad, and I'm just so disappointed in my brother George for doing that.
Thank you. I mean, for speaking your mind. Jarayu, see, yeah.
I think took it from my mouth. The only thing I'm going to add there is what we need to push for as a people is a fair play. Let us argue for a fair ground. Don't look at another person and say, unless the person does not have a Liberian citizenship, then we'll question that. But this brother is a Liberian. Emi said it already. I'm here in America. I would not want somebody to look at me and say, with all of your qualifications, just because your name is not, Johnson, or you are not, I have a high Liberian name, Jirau. It's not an American name. I don't want somebody to segregate me based on my name or where I come from. Let me be, refuse to give me a job because I'm not qualified for it. But don't refuse to give me a job because I come from Liberia. So
Okay,
Amy, you were right on the dot.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When I blame George for saying, okay, Nelson, come in, because I just wanted to chip in a little bit.
So again, this is very important. It's should I say coincidental or what? That we have this whole thing about Senator DeLong's asset coming up, and but he's not the only person who declared his asset. Senate Pro Tem,
Borja as well.
Senate Pro Tem, and they also declared their assets. But I want us to talk about this, folks. The other day we were talking about the ministers, the directors, the salaries of those people. On the previous administration, not under the CDC government, but under the Unity Party, when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was the president of the country, former President Sirleaf, there were some ministers who were making at as far as 8,000-9,000 United States dollars based on their qualifications or the nature of the kind of the jobs that they were doing, while there were others who were making 5,000. Some maybe based on consultancy or whatever, up to 10,000, 11,000. You know, it wasn't fixed until this whole harmonization thing came in. The blueprint was good, but then the implementation turned out to be something that got a lot of Liberians crying. So I want us to talk about the legislature a bit. Now that we've left the 54th, we're now in the 55th legislature. And let me bring Raymond on. The first thing here is that in the case of the ministers, the directors, we had the conversation here. A lot of you had your own suggestions, you know, your own analysis of why you think they should make a certain amount. But let's talk about the lawmakers. There was harmonization carried out, and based on the harmonization, the lawmakers' salaries have been cut from what it were, you know, back then. Lawmakers putting all the benefits and everything together, you'd be pretty close to 15K. But today, harmonization has come down a little. But there's still this debate. Some people still think that the salaries of lawmakers should be reduced. Well, Senator Dillon said he can take home 5,000. 5,000, that's the maximum for him. Anything above 5,000, give it to the Montserrat County team, give it to the rehab center, let that amount be used to do something else. But he, as a senator, can be able to manage himself in 5,000. Now, given how crucial the job that those legislators do is, and also considering the fact that those guys are the first branch of government, their work is so important. They spend so much money. So many people go to them for help. If you were to make an analysis around how much a lawmaker should make in Liberia at this time, at the 55th legislature, Moba, what do you think that amount should be?
Listen, first of all,
the maximum salary of a lawmaker.
Look, the lawmaker, let them make around. Look, I think the salary should be based on the economy.
No, why are you answering this question? I know you support Senator Dillon, but I want you to know that your senator you support, you respect. The senator say he can manage himself in 5,000.
Yeah.
So just so you know that.
So
you say even below that, Nelson.
My question to you: how much is the senator making right now?
Well, the senator's salary falls within 7,000, 7,500 based on the harmonization and stuff that was carried out.
Okay, now you look at the country economics first of all, and then you subdue the pay up to. Look, you can even pay the lawmaker $5,000. We survive within that 5,000 every month.
No, but the last time this issue was brought up, even the former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor said that, look, people come to us on a daily basis.
Okay, now, yeah.
When women give birth, they say, let's go to our representative, let's go to our senator.
Yeah,
I would say that even as a media person, I've visited lawmakers' office where you see the queue. They crowd out to the office door. They can't even fit.
You know why? You know why?
Yeah.
Because there's no jobs. People is not working. There's no way for the people to get to earn or income for themselves. So they would depend on lawmakers to solve their problem. But this is what the lawmaker can do, right? They can bring up construction company so they can employ people, and then they bring their salary down to maybe $4,000 or $5,000.
No, I want you to be exact, be precise.
No,
how much do you think
let us assume 5,000 is okay
of a Liberian lawmaker?
Based on the economies now we're in, 5,000 is okay.
Are you saying
That's
5,000
okay.
because Senator Dillon said he can work
No,
you
it's not. No,
5,000?
no, no,
So
no, no.
because you
I'm
support
saying
Senator Dillon now, you won't go below what the senator said.
no. I'm saying 5,000 based on the economies we have. You can pay and look. Let me the 5,000. Look at the benefit that come along with the 5,000. You got gas, right? You got gas, you got scratch card, you got all the stupid thing attached to it. Cut it out. Use what?
Okay, thank you.
My man, war was made to be used. And I installing
No,
nobody.
not
I'm just saying
okay.
Okay, let me put it in a professional way. Look at all this other stuff that coming along with that identical money, right? You got gas, you got scratch card, you got your car to be there. All the things. Look, let me.
The last time we hosted Charles Brown said the lawmakers take about 2,000 in gasoline.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
2,000 in gasoline.
Look, first of all, let me just conclude by saying this. First of all, right, the government vehicle, right, you use it, you go to work. When you're coming from the work, you park it and get in your car. The government vehicle go to the government station, by where the government should have our own station, right? Go to the government station, fill it into LPRC.
Thank you.
Right? No, let me conclude now. Let me conclude. I'm making sense.
Okay, take 20 seconds.
Yeah. So now, if the government car go to LPRC, fill that station with the government, and the government should have its own what? Its own gas station. Go and fill it in, and then you finish using it, you park it, get in your commercial car. Your own car now, you will use your own money to buy your gas. But now you see people flying gas all over, selling gas, giving gas to that girlfriend, that boyfriend, and thing. It's wrong.
Thank you. Let's hold you there, Moba. Thank you, Moba. Thank you. Let's hold you there.
Thank you.
I mean, where do you stand on this? How much do you think should be the maximum salary of a lawmaker given Liberia's situation?
Well, from the last time, Nelson, I said 5,000, and I still stay on that amount for now.
Look, I mean, you the Senator Dillon supporters, I suspect that you don't want to go below 5,000 because of the whole Senator Dillon thing.
Go back to the recording and go see what I said the last time. That's what I said, and I think it should be including the benefits and everything. It should. For now, our country is struggling, so maybe it can go up later. Yeah, but for now, we all want a better Liberia, according to them, all of them. I don't know if they mean it or it's just lip service to get elected. But if you really mean what you're saying, everybody got to sacrifice. It can't just be the common people alone doing that sacrifice thing. We all have to. So something has to get. Like Senator Dillon said, when you take away that 3,000 from every one of us and keep it every year, that's a lot of money to fix a lot of things around the country. And he also said something like, why am I in Maserati getting the same amount of gas as the guy that going to Grand Cru or whatever? And he doesn't go to Grand Cru every day either. So that's another thing. So what Mobile is saying that government officials, your official car is not a private car that you drive around 24/7, 365 days a week. No, and you shouldn't be giving money or card. You should have a chip or card that you go to that filling station when you need a gas for it to get filled, and you send it. And no other card should come after that, or if it's not in our official card. So all of this, that's
a specific filling station for government-owned vehicles.
Yes.
Now, how about the vehicles? Now, you just said that you think the maximum salary for lawmakers should be 5,000. Let's talk about their benefits. Starting with the vehicles. Do you subscribe to this whole idea of lawmakers owning vehicles that are being paid for from government's coffers, or do you think lawmakers should be in the business of buying their own vehicles from their hard-earned salaries, despite serving their country, spending sleepless nights to make decisions for this country?
No, I don't think so. But I don't also think that they should be using those vehicles that the government is giving to them as a private car either. It can be used when you're going to work, you come back, you park it, and then I'm pretty sure most of them have a lot of cars around. You can use that. And when you're going to work, that's when you use it. Then maybe all this too much money spending will cut down, but nobody's looking at it that way. And the 5,000 I'm talking about with that benefits and everything included for now. Even though it'll be like a sacrifice to them, but it's not much of a sacrifice. The common people are still sacrificing more than them. So
Okay.
when we say limit it to $5,000, I mean, come on. We know that before that is
So let's get something clear here. I mean, one of the staffers, Charles Brown, he made it clear that, for example, those lawmakers get $2,000 in
that's a
gasoline.
lot.
So let's take the 7,500. If you add $2,000 in gasoline, you'll be talking about 9,500. All right, and then the other benefits, you're talking about scratch cards, you're talking about, you know, the different benefits that will come now. So if you're taking all that into consideration, in fact, you realize that the lawmakers make pretty close to 10,000, putting all of the benefits together, the cost of the card and all of that. Okay, so all of those benefits, are you saying that, including the gasoline, the scratch cards, and everything should be cut down to 5,000?
Minus the car. I don't. Why are they even being given scratch card?
Because they need to call, they need to communicate. Don't you
Get
think the
them off-
lawmakers should be communicating? I mean, facilitate their communication.
Yeah,
No,
the
Mama,
government should
you
have
have
a. Don't interrupt me, Mama. Put your phone on mute. So I think that the government should have a phone line that should be something to these people, not giving them money. All those scratch cards, I don't even think they're using everything. They're just overpaying these people everything, giving them everything, and it makes them feel like even LEC they're supposed to get it for free. No. This is not. How can you be the one serving these people and you are living the most comfortable life than the common people? Everything about you is free, but nothing. These people are not getting anything free in the country. How is that fair? Why
Thank
should
you.
we have to pay you all that money for gas? Then you use the car to do whatever, whenever, and nobody's telling you that it is. I don't know if they have that in the law, and no one is abiding by it, that you have to park the car after working hours or whatever. And then you go with scratch car, and then they're giving you what else? And I heard too. I don't know how true this is, Nelson. You can correct me if I'm wrong. That they're paying for their homes that they live in.
No, I don't.
It's not at home. They're paying for that coke.
I
That coke getting paid.
Why should the government be paying for your private cook at home? I mean, do these people know about
That's part of
government?
your staff. Now, take for example. Now we're gonna move to Shirley, but take for example, I mean, in the office of the lawmakers, you have staffers, the chief of office staff, the different positions in the office. Those people are being paid.
Not about them,
Right? Those people are being paid by the government, not by them.
Exactly.
By the government. All right. So that extends to, look, the whole idea here is to create a comfortable environment for the lawmakers where they can sit and be able to think, where they can live in comfort and at least be able to make rational decisions for the country, so that they are not easily bought, bribed, or
I don't
influenced.
think that formula is working, because I think they are too comfortable until they're not thinking.
Okay,
Because
thank you.
it's
I
not,
mean,
that formula for thinking is not working. I think you should make it hard for them to be able to sit there and say, how can I make this thing work for every one of us to be able to get something better? Not to be so comfortable to, even if I make the right decision or if I don't make the right decision, I'm still got my pay. I'm still comfortable
you.
anyway. No.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear from you, Shirley. Then we take Cindy. What do you think? What do you think should be the salary, the maximum for lawmakers?
So Nelson, let's come to the benefit first. So I don't think I'm disagreeing with the benefit that the lawmakers are getting. I think some of them are unnecessary benefit. So let's try to make the benefit something that is not only going to benefit the lawmaker but also their family. How about go into like good health care health insurance for the lawmaker and their family. Get a company cell phone for them. So because that company's cell phone, if the lawmaker is no longer in position, he will have to give that cell phone back. She will have to give that cell phone back because that cell phone can only be used for work. It is not your personal cell phone. And I mean, like a lot of people that I work here in the United States with, you know, in like leadership position, with the opportunity of doing that, I do have a company cell phone. If I'm not working, my company cell phone right now, honestly, I look for it Sunday night and I grab it because I can only receive calls from work. Any call that come on that phone is work related. I'm not sharing that phone with my dad. I'm not sharing that phone number with anyone else. I have my personal cell phone number.
This is something that the lawmakers are not used to. I mean,
but we need change, right? If we are preaching change, we have to put them in a situation where they are uncomfortable with. Change comes with something where you are not comfortable with. You have to be uncomfortable in order to adapt to change. And let's come to the car issue, okay? Because I heard Mary Blas said that she tried to get a car from the past government official and they refused to give the car.
Yeah.
We need to have a system in place where the car are only for business purposes. We are not giving you a gas slip where it's $2,000 on there. Where are you going? I drive an hour plus away to work, okay? My car is a V8 SUV. There is absolutely no way that I spend $2,000 a month on gas.
No, your grade of gas you use in the United States is different from the grade.
It doesn't even matter, Nelson. Like gas can be $50, okay, per gallon. You're not spending $2,000 from going from Johnsonville to the executive mansion or wherever they can meet to go have their meeting. It's not possible. So that is why they take that $2,000 and they share it with their family member, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, and they do that.
I know you're gonna come. Sorry to interrupt you, but I know you're gonna come to the actual salary aspect, but you're still on the benefit. But the other argument is that if for any reason Liberians allowed the situation to get at that point where the lawmakers' salaries are being cut, that will create room for people to get involved into some unethical behaviors. Now, even with what they make, there is this argument about brown envelope. The senator spoke about it, how sometimes cash will change hands for people to even vote on who becomes speaker, for people to vote on legislations, for people to vote on when it comes to certain concessions, for them to make decisions on those things. Sometimes the cash will change hands. So don't you think, with all of what you're saying, you are just on the benefits. If those benefits are slashed at that rate, at that level you're elaborating, don't you think it's going to create room for our lawmakers to be exposed to some sort of influence, that will further undermine the whole thing?
Then they are not people who are intact with it. They are not servant leader either. Because people that are there to serve their people, regardless if someone is watching you or not, you do the right thing. So if you decide to serve the Liberian people, you will do the right thing. You will want to make sure that if you want to change, it have to start with the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And if the leader cannot adapt to change, you cannot preach change to me, the common people or the common person. You can't tell me, you can't tell me to. So for example, you're working at a place where they have a new system in place. It starts with the leader to learn it first. And then you can go and do an in-service training for your employee, for your people. But you have to know. I can't call my employee and be like, oh, we're changing this system here at work, and I have no idea what it is. So the change have to start with the leaders. And the
Okay.
leaders have to be people with integrity. They have to do the right thing.
So
So
just
if
to
you
end up on the
agree to
salary.
get paid $3,000, people, that $3,000, regardless, you agree to get $3,000, and you have to do the right thing for the Liberian people. So if someone bring brown envelope and you take it, that means you wasn't pleased with the $3,000. Because if you apply for a job here, Nelson, they tell you how much they're going to pay you. And they got other jobs that will pay you more. So if you go for the interview and you see that there are other jobs that can pay you more and these people are offering you less, you either talk about your pay to increase or you don't take the job.
Okay. So thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Shirley. Let's hold you there and move to Cindy. So in conclusion, what you're saying is that lawmakers should make 3,000. Is that
No, I think the lawmaker can still take the $5,000. However, the benefit need to reduce. The benefit need to go into places that will benefit not just the lawmaker but their family. We need to come up with a healthcare system where the lawmaker can have a health insurance where they're not spending money to send their people to Ghana and giving them the opportunity to steal from the Liberian people, or sending their people abroad because the person is sick and giving them the opportunity to steal from the Liberian people. Let's reduce the gas. Let's have a system where they have a government gas station where you go there and they fill your car tin. You don't have to you don't have to get a gas slip or $2,000. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Shirley. Cindy, let's hear from you. What's your take on this issue?
Well, Nelson, this issue, we cannot just attach a number to it without explaining how it should trickle down to the Liberian people. At the end of the day, we want the Liberian people to
get to the Liberian people here. At the lawmakers, yeah.
We're taking it down. When we reduce,
why you want to share the lawmaker salary with Liberian people?
Well, that's why we need to reduce it. Nelson, your salary cannot be far above the ordinary people that you are serving and call yourself a servant to the people. That's enslaving the people, and you're making yourself a king or queen over them so that they can come to your castle and beg you. One thing we need to establish in our government, we need to have accountable government agencies that will be responsible to deliver services to our people. So let's get back to the salaries. I agree with Shirley. The benefits of those that serve us should not just be tied to cash value. I gave you $2,000 for gas. I gave you $5,000 for your Coke. I gave you this amount for this. Structure the benefit in programs and system that the lawmaker and their family can benefit on a wider spectrum. Healthcare, Shirley mentioned it, education. If we reduce their salary and form programs and support our education sectors, support our healthcare sectors, then we encourage those lawmakers now to send their children to our schools, our government schools, because the government schools now have been empowered. Now we are encouraging the lawmaker now to utilize our healthcare services because we are empowering our healthcare services. But when we say we pay you a lot of money because you need to get a better healthcare, instead of that money going to your healthcare services, the lawmakers take their money and travel outside of Liberia. Usually they go to India and we bring them back in bodies bags. In the last few years, our lawmakers that have been sent to India, usually they don't come back living. Instead of depending on India, we need to structure, revamp our healthcare system. Take some of that money, that 15,000, 10,000 that they're making, take some of that money, put it in the healthcare system and in the education system. I genuinely think the income is too high.
No. Since you want to go to the benefits, let's play around the benefits a bit. A monthly gasoline in the tune of 2,000 United States dollars. What do you think? How much do you think that should be reduced to? Since
I do not spend more than $150 on gas a month.
No, maybe you work in your neighborhood.
No, actually.
I was that Cindy, your point is not taking with that how much you spend on
your
gas.
office right behind your home. Or you work from home. Or you work from home.
She decided to own a big car, don't she? They are drive a small car. But here's the thing.
I got a lot of children, my boy.
That push the gas up to 500. That push it to 500.
Okay.
But here's the thing, don't give them the 500, Nelson. What other systems do, and here you find out that government cars, they'll go to gas station. They fuel them. That gas station go to the government and say, here is your list of people that came here. They take that to the government, or the government paying system, or the payer, and the payer pay that gas station. So Sandy now is the representative. He need to go to work. He drive to Nelson gas station. Nelson fuels Sandy. Nelson take the bill to Mumba, who is at the Ministry of Finance. Mumba pay Nelson. Don't give the money to Sandy.
But is that going to solve the problem? Because it's possible. Let's also
here's the thing.
It's possible. This is Liberia. It's possible. Cindy can go to Nelson's gas station and say, "My man, we have a deal. The people in there, they want out of smile, right? Make a slip down there of 500, or let's say 200 gasoline. You fill my tank, 200, or let's say $50. You fill my tank, $50. When in reality, that individual did not fill any jack tank. But it's a deal.
That's a good one.
All right.
We dealing with another system. That's a good point. Yeah, we're not aware, but Liberia, you speaking from the Liberia perspective. Okay, that gets Sandy 500. Let's call it to 500. Sandy don't deserve 500 cents for a mama, man. That's too much on a gas. Where is Sandy going? The car Sandy is giving is for Sandy to go to work, not for Sandy to go visit a girlfriend. Sandy should not use that car to travel to go see his girlfriend. Sandy want to do that, let he utilize his own car. Give Sandy 500 a month.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Let's end up on the salary.
Another thing too that we should take into consideration is that usually our government officials, they don't have good retirement benefit structure.
Yeah.
Usually they work, they serve their country for many years. When they retire, there is no benefit structure. And that's why sometimes they will argue that, oh, we need more money because we need to save our money ourselves so that we can retire healthy.
There you go.
That's a fair argument. Because I talk to senators and representatives, and they will argue that to you. Sandy, you over there, you have 401k, you have this, you have that. But if I finish working here for 9 years, 12 years, I don't have nothing else. And most of them, after service, they also, you see them struggling.
Yeah.
What we need to do as a country now, too, is to structure a benefit plan or benefit plans for our servants. Those are our servants, too. Reduce their pay, but put it in programs and benefit packages that when they retire, they will not turn to beggars. That is very, very important as well. Those are our servants. But I agree. I think what they are taking home is too much. Nelson, there are people in Liberia that live on less than $1 a day. People in Liberia that live on less than $6,000 a year. Less than $6,000 a year. That's some people 1 week pay,
What you going all the way up? $400, $570 US a year.
That is sad. So when you look at that, then you want to reduce the margin, Nelson. Nelson should not be taking $10,000 and the ordinary Liberian cannot even afford $5 a month. That's where you try to reduce the margin. Another point we should look at is, what is the country bringing in? We tend to compare ourselves to other people. Oh, Nigerian lawmaker making this, Ghanaian lawmaker making this, the United States lawmaker making this. So we deserve to pay our people this. But what is your country bringing in annually? How is that being trickled down to the ordinary Liberian people? Thank you.
So Sandy, so in conclusion, how much, just a quick one on this one, how much do you think?
I say anything, take home. 5,000 should be okay. Take home. My brother Raymond was saying that's not true. He said pay them 12,000. That's what Raymond said the last time, but he come in, you will tell him.
Okay, so let's hear from Francis. Francis, it's over to you, man. Let's hear from you. The
Yeah.
salaries of lawmakers.
So
We dealt with the ministers and all of those people the other time. Let's talk about the lawmakers.
Yeah, we had a conversation the last time, right? I worked my way back because Cindy took the word from my mouth also about benefits for our lawmakers, our government officials. Let's just look at government officials as a whole. Nobody should work for government for 20, 30 years and retire as a beggar. Nobody. But in equally so, going to work for government is not where you go to get rich. That's where the private sector comes in. The private sector is a private business. The person provide quality goods and services, so they should rake in. They bring in their profit. Lawmakers can control how much you charge for your goods and services, but nobody should be going to government to make a lot of money. That's crazy. You see, but they should have benefit, pension, healthcare, and all those things for their family. And the government schools should be competitive to the private schools so that government officials can send their children to government schools for free, let everybody else and get quality education. But let's just look at something, right? We talk about let's look at the benefits. What make it crazy? The last time we did it, I bust out my calculator. People were laughing at me. But correct me if I'm wrong. We have between the senator and the representative, a total of 103 people, correct? I think 30 senators.
Yes, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. 30
Good.
senators
Thank
and
you.
the 3 representatives.
Thank you. So if we look at just the gasoline that each receives $2,000 a month, right? If we cut that off and create the system wherein they go to a gas station, or the government creates filling stations around the country, government-owned stations, that the people can go and fill their cars and things like that, that will eliminate that. $2,000 a month times 103 people, that's 206,000 United States dollars. 206,000 United States dollars going to just lawmakers in that country every month. And when you multiply that by 12, you get over $2.4 million. Like people read my lips, $1 million. Imagine what $2.4 million can do for the country, right? Then, I think it was a month ago, we had a discussion and we're talking about fire trucks. And I went online, I Googled, a fire truck costs anywhere between $15K to over $1 million. But when we had a fire chief in here, remember he said he went to the US and came back, correct me if I'm wrong, he said I think the fire truck costs around $50,000, correct? So let's just look at that $206,000. If you just say no more fuel, we're not giving you the money. Y'all will go to the designated gas station that the government has and you'll fuel your trucks, right? That $206,000 a month. If you just buy one fire truck for $50,000, that 4 fire trucks a month, 48 a year. 48 fire trucks a year. If you just use the gas money just for fire trucks, right? Let's just say you want to buy a better quality and you increase it to a little bit over. Let's just say you can buy 2 fire trucks a month for that money. That's 24 a year. Each county will at least receive almost 2 fire trucks a year. Imagine that over 6 years. All of our 73 districts, over 6 years' time can possibly have 2 fire trucks, working fire trucks. And the club is burning right now in the court, say fire trucks is out of commission. Imagine each district, I'm not talking about each city, each district having at least 2 fire trucks. And that's what we are talking about here, right? Then let's look at police. Maybe some people didn't notice what was going on in that video. The person that recorded, I don't know if that person recorded from their home or from wherever, but that place looked like a prison. Did you see the window bars? The bars that person recording from behind? It looked like a prison because of lack of security, so people have to go extra mile. But now let's look at that same money, right? Imagine you buy a regular Toyota, let's say you spend $20,000 on one police car, but then you use additional $10,000 to trick it, right? To upgrade the car to where you get all the bells and whistles, like the siren, the communication, and everything, right? Let's say you spend $30,000 on one police car after you buy it, upgrade it. Out of that 206K, if we look at it again for police, because we need security, and we're going to say the private sector should come in, nobody will come and build a business and say, oh, at night, criminal will come and break in because police can't even get out the red keke for them. But that if you spend 30K on one police car, you can get about 82 a year out of that fire truck. 82 police car. After you check it, after 6 years, the entire country, you yourself, like people y'all be jammed. Y'all say, but whatever that police people Western was out, everybody think that police, and we know the police should be your friend, right? Now you get well-trained police people that got master's degree, bachelor's degree, applying to be patrol officers because they have the respect and they have the tools to work with. And wherever police are crowded or circulating, you think criminals will be brave to show face? I'm not saying criminals will run away, because even in the great United States, the city that I'm living in is less than 1 square mile big. But every time police are around, I'm not saying crime don't happen, but when police are visible, crime goes down.
So, for instance, great calculation right there, and I think you've done your best to calculate, and trying to weigh in on the kinds of benefits that those cuts will have on the economy, on the country, and services that the Liberian people need. But Francis, is this? I mean, someone listening to you now may say that, oh, okay, Francis is saying this. That's a good thing. But then let's look at the other side of it. Those lawmakers have also presented their issues over the years. They have said that in their districts, when people want to go to school, they go to lawmakers. Some of this woman give birth, a wife give birth, they say, we come to you, Papa, no trouble, the baby dapper. Somebody has an issue, they go to the lawmaker. Now, I was somewhere some time ago, I think it was about a year or so ago, sitting having a conversation with a particular lawmaker. And while having that conversation, just in the space of maybe 30 minutes or so, there were more than 5 persons who went to that particular lawmaker with different issues. And one of the guys said he had fallen in trouble with someone whose bike he was riding. The bike got missing, and the person wants to take him to jail. So he wants the lawmaker to help him pay for the person's motorbike. So on a daily basis, I was just there for about 30 minutes and over 5 cases. So, for instance, the argument most of the lawmakers have put forth over the time has been that, yes, you guys are only concentrated on the salaries. You're only talking about how much we make, but you are not focusing on what we go through on a daily basis. How do we reconcile that, Francis?
Yeah, Nelson, first of all, I love you, my brother, but shame on you for bringing that up and stop.
No. You are libertators. Come again.
I said shame on you for bringing that up, and double, triple shame on the lawmakers for bringing that up.
Okay,
because
why do you think so? Why do you say that?
Okay, who approved the budget? Who make laws that govern the country and approve the budget? How people's lives should go about? Who, when the executives send the budget for, let's say the annual budget, or they want to do something, who approved this the budget before it can be implemented? Yeah, it's the lawmakers. Okay, so now let's attach them one by one. You talk about the pregnant woman. Let's talk about the pregnant woman that go and say, oh, I got money. We got locked up in the hospital, like prison when we give birth. We can't leave this out in the order, right? Also, somebody said there's no medication in the hospital. The lawmakers should make sure that every year when they're approving budget, what's going to healthcare. Because if there's better quality healthcare, man, Liberia is a little over 5 million people. That including children and adults. Over 5 million people. That's a drop in the bucket for a city in some other countries. Now, I ain't going to come to the West for a city in Nigeria and Ghana. But a Liberia population there, okay? So they should not say that stuff because they're creating a situation. They are keeping the Liberian people poor. Everything I mentioned with the breakdown was just on the $2,000 for gas. I didn't even talk about when you cut their salary, what can happen. The wasteful spending too much. They keep the Liberian people poor. The Liberian people are not beggars. The Liberian people are not lazy people. You create the opportunity for them to be able to work and earn an earnest living. They will not care for you. But if you sit down there riding the biggest car that costs $60,000, $70,000 out of government back, they pay for the people to cook your food. Then you're sending your children to $7,000 a year international school and things like that. Government school is like run down government toilet and stuff like that. I'm sorry to my brothers and sisters that go there, but I see what's happening there. So what are you talking about, Nelson? The people will come to you. You making the bagel. You having that money. You taking all their money. You're getting paid crazy amount of dollars to take that money. So pass the law that will improve security, that will improve healthcare, where the person who working, the janitor in finance ministry, when his children are sick, he can say, oh, go to JFK or Cabinet and stuff like that. Just give your number and stuff. My mom told me a story. She probably wasn't listening to me. My mom told me a story. She said, my late grandma did not speak English. She did not go to school. But you know what she memorized? My late grandfather, there's a number that they had back in the day. They say my grandma used to take them to the hospital, but she never remember the number, so she'll take long in line, or they will not get the care they need. But when she remember that number, my grandma memorized that number. Anytime she goes to the hospital, she will just quote the number. Depending on the she will quote that number, and they will take them and treat them. So create the benefit for them. But don't can say, oh, you passing the law. The people
so Francis, what you're saying is that you don't buy into that whole argument about people
absolutely
can get
not. That's an insult. They are costing our parents. They can say man cost. They costing our man when they say that every time they cost our man, they cost the Liberian man. That's what they're telling them. They're giving the Liberian the middle finger for saying,
now let's take this discussion to this level. Shortly we'll move on to Raymond. But now let's look at this from another perspective for a bit. Though the other time we were on the ministers and deputy ministers, but today we're talking about the lawmakers. But let's take it to this level a bit. The country's problem is on the shoulders of three branches of government. The legislature happens to be one, the executive, and you have the judiciary. Now, in the midst of everything we're talking about, Francis, you are saying that the lawmakers are responsible for majority of the problems, if not all of the problems that the Liberian people are going through. And you think that the perfect solution to this thing is for lawmakers to cut down on their salaries. And if, just to end up on this, so we move to Raymond, if we're talking about the salary, if you were suggesting a particular range, how much do you think should be the maximum for lawmakers in terms of salaries?
I will tell you one thing, Nelson. No more than $1,500, if I want to be maybe $2,000. Let me say something to you about this.
No, Francis.
No, but let me take 30 seconds to explain this.
2,000 United States dollars for a lawmaker, full-grown man who leaves his office every day. He has children. He's a representative or senator. 2,000?
Nelson, let me just break this thing down for you now. I don't just
do your breakdown.
I won't just throw a number out there.
Is it including the benefits or what? Including the benefits?
But wait now, that's why I think Sandy and other people mentioned in the beginning. The government should create better benefit for our lawmakers, so that when our children are sick, they can go to the hospital and get treated. The benefit will help. But then when you give them $2,000 a month, how much do you need if you're a family of 4 or family of 5? How much food do you eat in a month, right? And also, the private sector is where you go and make a lot of money because you're taking the risk. How much risk are government officials taking? That when the government don't do better, how does it affect them? But if I'm an investor and I come and invest in Liberia, and the people that are working for me, or the business the service I'm providing, I have to make a lot of money because when that business goes down, my investment goes down. I lost my money. I lost all my things and stuff like that. So if you want to make a lot of money, go to the private sector. Go and provide exceptional goods and services. Compete with the government. compete with the government, and then the Liberian people's lives will get better. Because they say when two NFL fight, the grass suffer, right? But when two NFL fight, when the private sector is booming in Liberia, and the government is creating a friendly environment for private investors to come in, the Liberian people enjoy because the jobs will be there. Liberian people are not lazy people, so they should stop insulting the Liberian people. Stop insulting our intelligence. Nobody should. $2,000 is a lot.
No, Francis, calm down. No, Francis, no. Maybe I'll disagree with you on this one.
Go to the private sector then.
The lawmakers may take this to be an insult on them as well. Francis, the lawmakers on them as well. You are saying that a lawmaker who went to school acquired his degrees upon degrees, a full-grown man with family. You are saying that this man should leave his house every morning, go run campaign in the district, spend thousands of dollars, take loan and run campaign. At the end of the day, the man goes to the capital and make 1,500 or 2,000 United States dollars.
Yes, Nelson, because if your car is paid for, your gas is paid for, your healthcare is paid for, your cook that cooking your food is paid for. What else do you need? Then, if you invest in the public school system and pay our teachers and our nurses good living wage, your children will be well educated. So you want to send to international school.
Maybe Remo is going to rescue this conversation, but the level at which Francis
Remo will be honest.
Raymond, I'm glad you are a supporter. You support Senator Dillon. You support Senator Dillon. And Francis here has been a supporter, a very good supporter of Senator Dillon. I don't know how come he has gotten to the point where he has gone below the very threshold that Senator Dillon said when he spoke of the 5,000. But anyway, that's good. That's good. Francis says the lawmakers should make 2,000. But Francis, Raymond, where do you stand on this? Let's hear you out.
I think Senator Dillon stole from my talking point the other day. My other colleagues said 3,000 when I said 5,000.
No, you stole from his talking point because
he stole from my talking point. I spoke long before him, so he stole from my talking point. My other colleague said 3,000, and I said 5,000. And to be honest, I don't agree that people in the private sector should enjoy profiteering at the expense of the population, because government should be the stronger institution. Because government set policies and guidelines for which society operates. They're the keeper of society. So you can suppress people in the government and create an unparalleled functionary with government where other people can excel, but other people that go in government, it's a curse to go in government, but it's a privilege to be in the private sector. Government holds the highest responsibility in the land, security and everything. The headache of society functioning properly lies with government and not the private sector.
Right.
Someone who in the private sector can go bankrupt. That's it. He get up and work another day. But when government goes bankrupt, the society goes down. So government holds a bigger responsibility. So there should be parallel. So the structure of salary within government should be similar to that of the by and large society. That's my argument. That's how we fix Liberia. We're not fixing Liberia for one set of people and creating other people in a box. Let everybody excel together irrespective of where you serve. And to serve government should be a privilege as much as service. Meaning when you come to government, it's not about getting rich or being the elite in society. You should look like your neighbors. You should look like the rest of people in society. So based on that, I recommend $5,000, as Dara Dillon said, meaning I said it before, and maximum in benefits 2005. So maximum 7,500 in total. I disagree with us paying
7,500
total.
Remo, you are here. No, Remo. Let me
break down.
You are here recommending 7,500 in total for lawmakers. When the policeman down there makes 150 United States dollars, 250 United States dollars, again count time.
But that's not why I'm recommending. I'm not recommending the policeman to make 100 and don't come on time. So that doesn't have nothing to do with my argument.
The previous panelists have been pushing a point that there should be this cut so that some of this money will go towards the other Liberians who are doing low-paid jobs, they equally went to school. You'll be shocked to know that some police officers are more educated, more qualified than some lawmakers. You know
Nelson, that's not an argument. That's why I said there should be privilege and service. Not every Liberian can be a lawmaker.
Okay.
There are too many Liberians that want to be lawmakers. There are about 40 persons who apply for one position and one person get it. So that it comes with incentives. So it's harder to be a lawmaker than to be a police officer. The police officer, the responsibility that the lawmaker bear, the police officer doesn't bear it. The lawmaker negotiates on behalf of the entire country. The police officer does not take the responsibility of the entire country. That doesn't mean that his work isn't meaningful. So we should not put everything on parallel. All fingers on the hands are not equal, and they don't play the same.
And they will never be equal. They will never be
in society, there are hierarchies. Society have hierarchies, and we have to accept the structure of society. We can put up for every argument about everything. But this is my point, right?
Yeah.
Reduce lawmakers' salary, increase the lowest in government. And there's nowhere in the world everybody earned the same. Nowhere. So that argument doesn't hold water. But what I'm trying to say, how can we try to take from the lawmakers? What are some of the arguments? Take away their housing allowances. Our economy can afford it. Take away paying their housekeeps. Let them pay their housekeep from the $5,000 stuff. Give them a lump sum money for the 6 years vehicle compensation. The government don't have to own their car. Afterwards, government don't have to take a car from them. Whether they want to buy a used car, whether they want to buy a new car, that's up to them, based on their taste. Because there are some people coming to government, they come from the private sector and other places, they got other investment. They earn more than government can afford them. They want to drive a luxurious car, government should give them a percentage of money or amount of money that goes for a lump sum cost. If government say, okay, we're giving all lawmakers $20,000 for vehicle for 6 years, because that's the minimum time they serve. Say, okay, senators serve for 9 years. Say, okay, we're giving you $25,000 for 9 years. Whatever happened to your vehicle, you have to come to work and go home. Whether you come in pimping or whatever, that's up to you. That's your status, that's your taste. Government can do that. And then talking about the gas station, look, all government institutions and private sector in Liberia don't function the same. Government perform desmonthly. So if you take a gas station and say government should use that gas station to fill, you will realize that there will be more trouble than solution that comes from there. There will be more corruption. Gas will get stolen from down there. There will be a lot of dubious things taking place. So I believe the stuff we're giving, just give them, if you reduce your gas to $250 a month, that's it. They get it. Whatever to do with that $250, they should come to work and go home. That's all. You're not going to micromanage everything, because we have not been able to micromanage anything and being successful. Corruption is our #1 problem. So we cannot go to micromanagement. We just find ourselves failing because of corruption.
Thank you, Raymond. Thanks a lot. Maba, is that the investors talking in the background? You said you.
Maba, there were a couple of other things I wanted to say. I don't know why you got my time short, right? And there's an issue in Liberia where the budget is a law.
Okay, Raymond, the next point you want to make, can you make that point in 30 seconds?
I know, Maba, why you? I mean, Nelson, why you give me the shortest time to speak? I've been patiently waiting while my other panelists been speaking for 5+, 7+ minutes.
I agree.
Guys,
3 minutes.
guys, no, I mean, not being in the background, be making comment there. But you know, interestingly, if we even get a whole show to Raymond, will not finish.
I do agree.
Sandy, you spoke for more than 5 minutes. I can go and play back.
Let Raymond go ahead.
And also, let's make it clear, okay? You need to give our president more time.
No,
stop cutting him off.
Being the president,
No. You're making a point, Shirley. We need a, guys, election.
No, Nelson.
But we want to make this official.
No,
I don't want everybody to count.
I don't even take that argument anywhere.
Vice President George,
nobody should be treated with privilege here. We're all equals.
But
my point
Raymond,
You see,
here is
that's the kind of leadership we're talking about. Our presidents, like nobody should be treated different, okay? Even though he is the president.
no,
So I kind of love this leadership.
We panelists with opinions. Let's go.
Raymond, just conclude your thoughts in 30 seconds, then we can have.
Okay, so Nelson, there are issues that affect our country. The lawmakers vote on the budget, and whatever they do makes it pass a law. They can increase their salary. We need to have a law that can counter that. The budget or the salary of the lawmaker should be purely based on the budget index. How much money we earn, our economy, and how much money is going to other persons. It should be proportional to every other person that works in government. There should be a pay grade. And if the other people who cannot progress, lawmakers who cannot progress, it should be a law that keeps every budget in an envelope. I mean, every salary in the country in an envelope. And it should be based on an index based on our budget and our income, our economy, our revenue. Those kind of laws, those are the radical laws that can keep our lawmakers in check. And talking about social services that they say, oh, you got stuff. We got NASCOP there, Social Security. We need to strengthen NASCOP. And NASCOP should not only work for lawmakers, it should work for everybody in government. And not only government, even the private sector, people who work for other people. That Social Security should protect them. Everyone who work and pay taxes to government and get deductibles should benefit their Social Security after retirement, not only lawmakers. And the other argument about they're the ones who give to people, they're not our captain saviors. That's not their role. That's not even sustainable. They should not be giving hands out. The country should work for all. Everybody should be able to earn a living, including lawmakers. So lawmakers should not enable people to be beggars. That is calling people beggars. And we should not have beggars in our society. We should have people who can work and earn a living. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. Alfred, go ahead, my brother. What do you think?
Well, thank you so much. You know, I will not be repetitive tonight, but you know, I am a fan of Lee Kuan Yew. Every time we come here, I will make reference to Lee Kuan Yew. The reason why I made reference to Lee Kuan Yew is that if you go back in history, in 1959, when the Singaporean, don't interrupt me. You know, I was singing quietly. Don't interrupt me.
You know, yeah, I'm not interrupting
Lee Kuan Yew.
But there's all Lee Kuan Yew. You know, we need to investigate you and. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm diligently reading the Lee Kuan Yew book that he wrote. That he said from Third War to First War, a Singaporean story.
Yeah.
The reason why all the time we are talking about national agenda for Liberia, I always make mention of Lee Kuan Yew. This is a revolutionary man that came in 1965 in Singapore, when Singapore was considered one of the poorest in Asia. This is a man that came to change the story around. When the British left, the country was in disarray. No national agenda. Education was poor. The health sector was poor. Corruption was endemic. It took a single man with a revolutionary spirit to change the situation around. Today, Singapore is an international economic hub of the world. Okay, now you guys are talking about salary. Look, when the laws are not implemented, when the laws are being overlooked, when the laws, are being disrespected, that's that's how the issue of corruption come about. I would agree with my brother Cindy and Francis and everybody on the panel that we need to restructure our system, whether it is health, whether it is education, whether it is even transportation. We need to structure it. Look, it's a bad thing for the police officer on the street to be making $150. 30 days has to pass before he get that money. Whereas you have someone who go to work only for 8 days, he walk away with $15,000.
No, let's say this.
Okay.
The idea that lawmakers work for 8 days in a month or twice a week, no, that's not it. Let me say that the lawmakers have different committees, right? If you notice of recent, there have been appointments on those different committees. Tuesdays and Thursdays are just for session. But on those other days, the lawmakers work. There are different committees, they meet, they have meetings, they have discussions. Their offices are very active. And then Friday is for constituency, I think, engagement or something. So even while they're away from the office, on Friday, they're still working. You know, so the lawmakers
the reason why
work
you see we put emphasis on 8 days. Liberians are frustrated. Liberians are tired of this lackadaisical situation in our country where people just do anything they want to do. Look, let me say this. I will refer you again to Lee Kuan Yew. In 1959, the government officials were making a lot of money. When they make him to power, when he saw that everything was bad, the prime minister was making 3,500. 3,500. He reduced the salary and said everybody got to follow. Nobody made more than $3,500. But by 1992, that's the time the salary went up to 9,500 for prime minister. He argued that it should go up based on the economy at the time. So when we are talking about, leadership, when we are talking about salary, budget, and this thing, we have to have a national plan. Where do we want to carry Liberia in the next 10 years? How do we want our social fabric? That means education. Where do we want our education to be in the next 10 years, or in the next 15 years, or in the next 20 years? We have to have a plan. Now, if we can have these plans and we put it on paper and we start implementing all the laws, we will not be here, you myself will not be arguing about salary. We'll not be arguing about lawmakers stealing gas lift. We'll not be arguing about that because the system will be in place and people will follow it. We have to start punishing people. Look, Liberia will never resuscitate itself if we just play a blind eye to the law. We have to start punishing people. Right now, we're talking about, just imagine, we just had a chaotic inaugural program. 365,000 are going to peace. Nobody's taking accountability on that. But we're waiting. We are supposed to joke about that. We're waiting. That 365,000, we're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting for Joe Bugger to get a first annual message and tell us exactly what after you finish putting the government to place.
Okay, man. So starting way when you start talking, I'll have to interrupt you. Because I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go there. But Alfred, I just wanted to end up on this note. Probably you said it, and maybe I didn't capture that. How much do you think should be the maximum salary for lawmakers in Liberia?
Like I say again, I agree with my brothers on the panel and my sisters on the panel that we should limit this to $5,000.
Okay, thank you.
$5,000 and strengthen the different services, the insurance. The retirement saving plan. You know what happened to NACO? People who save that money to NACO today, they want to go there, they can be throwing it around. You have NACO officials. People go for that money, then they demanding them to pay them before they can get that money. This is how bad corruption is in Liberia. That's why
thank you,
sir. Places in Liberia. You get your money there, you go for your money. Then they tell you, say, go come in 2 days. Go come in 3 days. Then the officer have so make sure you get your money. You got to pay them on a cover or on the tail before your money comes. This is how bad our country is when it comes to corruption. So it should not just be limited to government officials. Everywhere in the country is bad. We need a revolutionary leader that will punish people. I mean, punish people, make sure people go to jail for wrongdoing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, Francis, you want to come in with a quick point?
Yes, I don't want to disagree with Raymond because he contradicted himself while even talking about this whole thing. I hope he's still back. He probably backstage or something listening. Government should be the smartest employer. Liberia will never be developed if government is the largest employer, and especially the people cannot get paid. Let's take Amazon for example. In the US, Amazon was started by Jeff Bezos in his basement selling used books. Amazon is a private company. Amazon, that man risked his investment, his life saving to start Amazon. So you're trying to say that the people that work for Amazon or Jeff Bezos should not make the billions of dollars that he made? The private sector is wrong. The government officials should compete with private sector. No, that's the problem. If Jeff Bezos had lost his investment, his business, if Amazon had went out of business, his entire lifetime would have been gone to the breeze, right? And nobody come to rescue him. But when it comes to government officials, if the government, say for example, the one John Weah government, right, stole all the money, or they just say they did not make a lot of money and they went out of office, they are leaving. The country is still there.
Let's go back to that Jeff Bezos thing you brought up. It's very important. He risked his life savings, right? He invested into a business idea. Fortunately for him, it turned out to be a successful one. So he deserves the millions he's making now. Hired by a lawmaker, no, Francis, hired by a lawmaker who goes to the bank or rakes his life saving as well. He's not a lawmaker yet. He rakes his life saving as well. Pump that money into a campaign because they are competitors. Some of them are willing to spend to dish out the cash, but he wants to win. He raised his life saving, put all into that.
Really?
He goes.
Nothing really. What are you talking about,
guys? Hold on.
Yeah.
No,
guys. We have to keep this conversation. No, listen. The lawmakers, they invest a whole lot. They risk their life saving. They take money to the bank, loans from the bank rather, and they invest it into this process. Doesn't he or she deserve the 7,500 that Raymond is talking about?
Nothing. First of all, the business, if all of us that investing in our country or investing in businesses, these are money that we earn, we work for, we take it and say, you know what? In order for me to better my future, my family financial future, the money that I work for and earn and pay taxes to the government on it, let me put it in the business. Because when I provide quality goods and services to the people, then I will be rewarded with a lot of customers, and my financial standing strength will increase. But the government official, nobody forcing you to run campaign. Nobody forcing you to work for government. When you work for government, even if the government fails, you will leave office, somebody else will come behind you and also work. So government does not fail, then the entire country disappears. But the private sector, if the person that invests that money fails, that entire investment is wiped out, and they turn to beggars and they are dead broke. So it's not comparable. A country that wants to be developed, the government should be the smallest employer, and the private sector should be the largest employer.
Francis. Thank you, Francis.
Yeah, now
so Lee Kuan Yew, you just so we gotta give the microphone over to Raymond, but Raymond was eating, so he needs time to.
Let me make a point.
Let's
need to have a government that is robust. You need, because let me tell you this. If you don't have a robust government, there will be no way you will have a robust private sector. It's not possible. You need a government that the people who are investing that money, they can trust the system. You talk about Jeff Bezos here. If America never had a system in place that the people can trust, nobody going to trust just Jeff Bezos with their money. No. Jeff Bezos did not just go sit in a basement. He bring other people in that they believe that when they put their money in the government, when somebody does wrong, the government will take action. So if I get my money, I can invest in a bureau. Just the other day, I was watching a video from Spoon. Somebody in America here gave a company in Liberia to build a house for them. They told the people in 1 year they will finish the house. The people go to Liberia, the Zina ain't finish on the house. Right to shopping barrier there. Ain't finish there. They go to court, somebody take food and call somebody, and that was the end. That was the end. That's what we're talking about. When the laws are being played with, when people can just take advantage of the law and nothing happens, that country is bound to suffer. That country can improve. And that's why we are saying here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So let me add my 1 cent, and thank you, my brother. You
didn't answer all the questions.
Guys, we have to.
I beg you.
Yeah. So let's give Mobile 20 seconds.
Yeah, I beg you.
I mean, we'll take 20 seconds.
Raymond, I agree with you, but you know, one thing I want to agree with you, right? You can pay the lawmaker any amount of money for salary or for benefit. They will still be corrupt. So we might not come here and say how much money we pay the lawmaker will impact the benefit of our people, meaning that they will, carry out bills or concession that will be in the interest of our people. All we can do, we can only come here and advocate and bring out the ills and bring out the shitty deed they're doing in the back. But we can come here and say we should pay a certain amount, like you alluded to, that they should make a certain amount. Probably then they will not. No, they will still be corrupt. So based on that, we will not agree to that. We will come here and tell the Liberian people, if they want to do this, they should be able to do this. If they keep on carrying on that corruption attitude, we will come here and expose them. But when I say because we will pay them this amount of money, then they will desist from what they're doing. No, they will not. Even you can pay them 10,000 United States dollars with all the benefit. Guess what, Raymond? They will still do what they're doing. They will still pass on concession that is not in the interest of the Liberian people. So I go with Francis. I agree with Francis. So even when you carry that salary up, you bring that salary down, my brother, the only thing we can do, we only need somebody with that mindset that, oh yes, let me do this for country.
Thank you, sir.
Submit.
Thank you. I mean, you want to take your 20 seconds so we go to the lines?
So I'm not getting 20 seconds?
No, we will come to you, Raymond. We will take Shirley right after Cindy, and then you will take us to the phone lines, Raymond.
So the whole thing with the people coming to the lawmakers to ask for assistance, that is true because I experienced it when I went to Liberia and in Senator Dillon's office. It was a whole lot of people there, and it was one problem to another. But this is what I said to that. If you know all these people, what Senator Dillon, I know Nelson will say because I support him, so I'm saying this. Senator Dillon have a plan that he urged his fellow lawmakers for them to cut that salary down and be able to do something for their various counties. And nobody wants to, he put a bill on the floor, nobody want to agree with it. So this statement I'm about to make is not to him. There are other people who think, we should keep all of this money because people are coming to us, Shouldn't this be the reason that when the companies come to you, instead of you telling them, give me the amount and let me put it in my pocket, you will want to make the best decision for the country, for the county to benefit, for these people to start coming to you? How many people in your district do you think you can help for your salary? You may help 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You think you're helping everybody in that district that you represent or in a county that you represent? No, you're not. So it's an excuse when they come here and talk about, this is there, they come to us. Yes, so that's why you should work harder and make them to stop coming to you for these things. Make sure you that's why you're there to represent them. Make sure you put the best law in place. How will you be giving back giving somebody a company $20-something million when you don't have the money? Are you waving $14 million or $23 million? Who are you? Because you're getting something, and these people are not getting anything. You just want them to be begging you, be coming to you, and just be begging. And you think you're doing yourself a favor when you get questioned on it. Our people come to us. They're coming to you because you're not doing the right thing, and you cannot. That petit 10 out of 25 you give him. You can't give everybody in that district or county that money because you won't even have enough to do it. So that should be the reason why you should do the right thing. It shouldn't be an excuse of you taking money and stealing.
Shirley, you want to take your 20 seconds and we'll move to Cindy?
Absolutely, would love to take my 20 seconds, Nelson. I first want to comment on the fact that nobody is pushing these lawmakers when they are running for election to go and borrow money. That is on them. That is something that they have to deal with, and that is up to them and the bank who will give somebody money because they are, in quotation, running to become senator or representative. So that has nothing to do with the Liberian people. That is up to the lawmaker to pay their loan back. And then the the fight of people saying that, oh, because I'm a senator or representative, my people can come to me and I have to help someone at a hospital who cannot pay for their hospital bill. I mean, okay, yes, but put law in place, allocate resources that these people can be able to make money on their own. Come up with small businesses for the people in the community. So like not coming to you for something, they can be able to make money on their own. So you hand feeding them, you're not doing nothing. What you telling them is always come to me when you need something. First is let me make sure that I have system in place where you can make money for yourself. I can help you. You're not educated. Do you want to go to trade school? Let's open some kind of trade school in our community where people can go and learn some skill and they can make money on their own and feed their family. Guess what? You pay their school fee, you pay their child school fee today. What happened to tomorrow? It's not sustainable. You need to come away on a way where it's sustainable for them to not only pay their child school fee, they can also feed their family. But you just need to allocate those resources and make it available for your people. And that's why they put you into position. So you can be able to advocate for them. You can be able to put the right law in place so they can be able to not depend on you, but be able to do stuff for themselves.
Thanks a lot, Shirley.
You know, I ain't like how you been cutting me all today, oh. Huh. I come into Mikey on you because we definitely want to do prayer here.
You want to tell Mikey go bring a Bible?
You want to pray, mother?
You just cutting me off today, but no, seriously, Nelson, stop cutting me off. I only give it to you for this one time. My closing time, please do not cut me off.
Okay, we'll use the timer. We'll use the timer once it's time. But Sandy, please go ahead, sir. Take
on this debate, right? Raymond agreed with some of the things we said, but then he's trying to compare the private sector to the public sector. And I just want to remind our people out there, when we are talking about pay, the issue of pay, I'm not saying here that the people should be underpaid. I'm grateful, Raymond, that you are saying 7,500 is good. Maybe around that, including benefit, I think it's fair. But when we are considering pay, let's look at what is factored into someone's salary. The first thing we should look at is the salary fair enough? The fairness of the salary, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at the market dynamics. Market dynamics is specific to a particular area, right? The market dynamics in Liberia will not be the same as the market dynamic here in New Mexico. So you consider that. Then you also then want to consider the economy. Now, in the public space, in the government, you want to also then look at what is being generated, okay? And Raymond, you alluded to that. What is being generated? What are they bringing in? Now, you also then want to factor in their productivity. What are they producing? How effective are they? What are they bringing into that we are making as a people? So you cannot say what is fair for a private sector, for instance, a cement factory, where maybe they only have 20 employees, but that factory is doing really well, bringing a lot of money to that company, and the company decided to compensate them well, and you want to compare them to a government that perhaps bring not enough to the entire country. Another thing is government employees are being paid on taxpayer money. Private companies are not paying their employees on taxpayer money. So if you are paying people on taxpayer money, then consider how everyone should benefit in the country. And that's what we are arguing.
Thank you,
there's no way that you can generalize that government should even make more than private company or even equal. Under some circumstances where the government is doing really well and the people are benefiting, and you can see that the people are benefiting, that is fair to say let's increase. But when the people are not benefiting and the government is not doing well, and you see it in the faces of the people, they are struggling, the systems are not working, the systems are destroyed, Your healthcare system have no medication. Education system have no resources. Then you say, no, let's still pay these people more money because private sectors here are paying their employee more money. That comparison, I don't think is fair enough.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
By the way,
So,
Jeff Bezos and myself went to the same college. He just richer than me.
My man.
Please.
Jeff Bezos.
The man salary is built before you were born, so you
yeah, but
no, he didn't.
I'm in the late 90s.
The man born.
So what are you trying to say?
Okay, you're about to talk about age, yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm not proud of that.
Raymond, please take us to the line.
So, Cindy, your argument about government employees being paid on taxpayers' money, everyone in the country, in the territory of the borders, benefits taxpayers' money. Taxpayer money build the roads that you drive from your home to go to your business. Taxpayers' money secure the environment that you do business, the security. So that argument is weak. Everybody in the territory of
we are talking about pay. So can you limit it to pay?
It's talking about fairness. It's talking about advocacy. It's not limited to pay. It's about how can our country economy improve. Profiteering is in the private sector, where someone takes money and exploit the vast majority of the population to get rich and keep the people poor. There's another advocacy about profiteering in business, where business people have been exploiting others. So we take the argument by and vast. We're not limiting it to government, calling them demons and everybody else who does anything else, they're angels. No, the argument is about fairness. It's about improving the livelihood, the living condition of our people. So it cut across. So it should be parallel. It's a parallel argument. It's not putting one person on the hook and another person off the hook. The private sector do not spend their own money. Usually, these are government monies some way or the other. The banks that operate in the country works in line with the central banks. Most times, for those businesses to improve, government have to give them subsidies. Taxpayers' money. A lot of businesses in Liberia got tax breaks. Government money. Subsidies, government money. So this argument cannot be strong without talking about government money and things that benefit the society by and large. So this argument should be a fair argument that cut across. Look, let us improve our country. Let the spotlight is on government because government set the pace. Government set all of the policy. Government ensure that society works well and functional. So government bears the bigger responsibility. Notwithstanding, the private sector isn't off the hook. That's why we have the Commerce Ministry, we have National Investment Commission to streamline all the investment activities, including the pay grade. Government should detect that. It's not left open anywhere in the world where you can pay any money and just throw money all around. Government regulates these things. So let's keep the argument in that confine.
Thank you.
I can let Raymond put it.
Raymond, let me.
Please.
We
got
got
remittance from Jai. It has to be
But I can keep it for the closing now.
Just keep that for your closing.
I will forget about that.
Write it down.
Write it down. Please note that down.
But a lot of people participate in the show too, man. Yeah.
You know, this is interesting. So let's take a few calls.
Write it down.
The WhatsApp number on the screen there, and you can call us up on 0555-101075 and be live on the program tonight. The late night show on Spoon, of course, we're here. Let's take our first call. There seems to be an issue with that WhatsApp.
And people want to call from
okay, 0555-101075. Okay, so we start with this one. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, my name is Augustine Bormigwe. You guys are causing the future of Liberia. Let me tell you, the country is. There's a guy on the show discussing Lee Kuan Yew from Singapore.
That's Alfred Konowa.
Our leaders do not read. They do not follow history. Look, let me tell you, the most dangerous people in our society are the lawmakers.
Why?
Let me reduce this to a common man saying, how can you earn $100 as a salary, as a man? How can you earn $100? You take $80 and spend it on yourself. Then you carry $20 to your wife. You give the $20 to your wife. You say, oh, use the money for the children and the home. Take care of the home, send the children to school, buy us food. But you take $80 of that money. You earn $100 as a salary. You use it on yourself. You buy new shoes every month. You buy new everything about yourself. You look brand new, but your family live in deplorable conditions. That is how the lawmaker treats Liberia. That's how our government treats Liberia. Look, I'm reading a book entitled Different Governments See System. How can our country change when the government will craft a budget where 95% will go on recurring expenditure and 5% on the PSRP, which is the public sector investment? 5% divided by 15 countries. How much do you think will go to the country? That is the reason why a government will come, another government will come, another government will come, and these countries will not develop, these countries will not change, and the people will not but only government officials. The fastest way to find wealth is going to government. And one of the panelists on Spoon FM said, corruption to the budget. Look, our leaders are stealing for us. How can you pay a policeman $150 and pay a lawmaker $15? Does that make sense?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's go there and take another person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is John K. Tobacco from Baptist Seminary.
John, let's hear you, sir.
Nursing your lesson there. When it comes to the representative issue, look at the people that government is paying them behind them. And 15 people, all the salary down. So these are some of the things I expect you to be talking. And I recommend that this program should be at least around by 7 years. More people will contribute. And I agree with my brother who said we should pay them for $2,500. Send the one and you nothing to not look at it. It's really back in the representative. You are talking about they had to live in a comfortable room where the be somewhere people be around and send the one for plenty people behind them, 15 people, government paying people extra, then let them be getting $2,500 and then let all the money be saved for the citizens in the country.
Thank you.
When they say, oh, they want nothing, I don't know, you're really backing your people tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, gotta slow down on me now. Hello. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Yeah, hello. Yeah, you're live. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on basically because yes, I'm on because basically I feel like
wow.
I feel like
can you reduce the volume of the gadget you're using to monitor the show? Because there's a feedback coming in, and it's terrible. Hello?
Yeah, I'm in a different room right now.
Okay, yeah.
Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. You're live now.
Yeah. So my name is Julius Walker, and I'm calling from Englishtown, New Jersey. And the reason why I'm calling is I strongly believe most of the panelists are off point. The legislators, all of them, are significantly underpaid, and by this I mean by international standards. I think that's one of the reasons why we have very low talent and low intelligence in our legislature. For one,
you think they're underpaid? You think
they are severely underpaid?
You think 7,000?
They're severely underpaid.
United States
yes. I believe they're severely. I believe most government positions in Liberia are severely underpaid. That's one of the reasons why we're not able to attract, successful, talented Liberians to the system. Most of our people who have real ability are not really encouraged by anything in the country as far as compensatory benefits is concerned to go back home and engage the system. So that's my thought process for the night. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, he thinks that, someone thinks that the lawmakers are being underpaid. Hello, you're live.
Someone thinks that Hey, Nelson, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Can you reduce the volume of your monitor?
Okay, hold on 1 second, Nelson. Am I good?
I think it's much better. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, look, I'm following Nelson. And first of all, Nelson, I love you. I love the rest of the guys, but I know I heard you talked about how legislators are investing because they run campaign, so they got to, get some benefit in return. Well, that was
that's an argument. That's an argument that a lot of people will put for as well. So I sit in this space, bringing all of that into consideration. Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Okay, first of all, we had this discussion a week ago. You're not forced to go to government.
Okay.
Again, I said the other day, you need to make a lot of money to go to private sector because in the private sector, they make money, they create wealth.
Okay.
The reason why private sector people make money because they're there to make money. They are what? For profit. Government, you are not for profit. Government, the point that Sandy raised, and which I agree with. And I love, again, Rima, I love you, Rima, but I don't like you when you talk about, Sandy said, the folks on Capitol Hill are paid with taxpayer money, and that's true. And then you change the argument about road building. Now, infrastructure, well, that's public goods, right? We all enjoyed it. But when you're talking about paying, the folks on Capitol Hill, their whole goal is to make sure that the districts or whatever they represent have what it takes. That is, when you go to Capitol Hill, your goal is to ensure. That's why you check on the executive branch to make sure that the executive branch implementing those laws or providing the resources that we have to empower the people.
Thank you, sir.
It is not to argue your salary. No, you don't do that.
Thank you, sir. Let's hold you there and take another person. We're seriously running out of time, so let's see if we squeeze in this person. Hello, you're live. Quickly, let's hear you.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. What I wanted to say, there are 3 branches of government, right?
Yeah.
And I always telling people, many days I always telling people, I say, in Liberia, we should learn civics. Because civics teaches us, we Liberians, to know our right and wrong.
Okay.
The 3 branches of government, one is there to function well. If that one not functioning, there will be no revenue generation. There will be no money raising. And the 3 branches of government, the one that can raise that money is the executive. The executive not functioning well.
Okay.
There will be no money in the country. There will be no money in the country. So what the executive would, when the government has power, executive when it's good, there will be a structure of.
So in conclusion, what's your point, sir? In conclusion, what's your point? Oh, we lost him. Hello, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, let's hear you.
My name is Ibrahim Keke. I'm calling from Oro.
It's okay. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to speak specifically to the issue where some may say the people go to the lawmaker to beg. I believe and I think that the lawmakers are the one that create that particular corridor, that particular situation for the people. They not just do it because that's something that they enjoy. That's something that they want to do to control the mind of people, to control the people. That's something specifically created in draw doing it because they want to get political praises, political praises? Political praises, right?
Okay.
So this political is good, this month is good, that kind of praises want to happen. So they create that environment so that people be begging as a beggar.
Thank you.
It's something that is very want to do. They love doing it.
Thank you. Let's hold you there and take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Yes, sir.
How you doing? This is Joseph B. Cole.
It's good to have you.
Our leaders, they're not doing the right thing. Can you imagine represented in Liberia making more than represented in America? And you still need help from American government? It doesn't just make sense. If those guys are making $40,000 or $15,000 a month, U.S. representative making $14,500 a month. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you're making that amount and you still need help from the United States government,
Come again. You
it
said
doesn't make sense.
come again with your previous point.
I said,
The U.S. Yeah.
Yeah, U.S. representative, they make that $14,500 a month.
Yeah.
And in Liberia, they're making that $15,000.
No, they don't make $15,000, sir.
Okay, how much do they make?
Their salary is around 7,500. It used to be within that range, but due to the harmonization, it has been cut.
Okay. And you say 7,000, even 7,000 for one person, it's still a lot. I think 4,000 would be reasonable.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Let's hold you there and take okay, this should be BB. BB, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on.
Hey guys.
Yeah, hello. You're live.
Hey everyone. I want to say good evening to all the panelists. Thank you, Nelson. I just want to say, first of all, interesting conversation. Thank you so much for enlightening and just having such a stimulating conversation. And thank you for always having different views. Tonight, I think the views are very different. And I appreciate the fact that you guys are contributing so much to Liberia and just having people think outside the box. But I think I would have to agree with some of the panelists on the show. I think government, when you get into government, you are there for a service. You are not there to enrich yourself. It's not a private sector. So I'm on the side of lowering government's salary. Maybe I think if I have to pick a range, anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, no more than $5,000. Liberia is number 8 on the poorest country in the world. There is no reason we should be paying our lawmakers $127,000 a year. I think that's too much money. It's unrealistic. If we want to get somewhere as a country, $127,000 and having 95% of our budget goes to labor is not going to get us there.
Thank you. Thank you, BB. Thanks a lot. Does it sound like music to your ear? Moba, I saw you.
No, I enjoy the calls because
you enjoy the callers. Let's take this person.
them.
Hello. We take the last 2 calls and then we wrap up. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, sir. Let's hear you. Your name and where you call from.
Yeah, you see those lawmakers.
Please say your name, sir. Can you please say your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Padre S.K. calling from Mikey.
Okay, from Mikey County. Let's hear you.
In the private sector, government passed a minimum wage bill for the workers in the private sector. It's a $5.50. It is not enough for the citizens because $5.50 company pay you as a common man. What will you do with that? Before the month ends, you finish all that money as a worker. But they receiving that money, that $7,500, at the same time, they are allowance and things that surrounding it. That what make the money huge for them. So you see, it's what we're speaking of.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir. So we'll squeeze in the very last call here, then we wrap up. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
I'm Franklin Flomo calling from Nimatari Fountain Town.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, you see, I totally agree with Francis, that lawmakers' transportation should be reduced. But you see, one of the reasons why we find this kind of issues arising is because of dissatisfaction. Because certain group of people are dissatisfied that they choose or they elected a particular person to go and speak for them. And looking at the way things are going within in the country, what you find, one group of people are in the house, they are enjoying the resources from the executive down to the legislatures, and you find the common people who put them there are not saying the reality. So I totally agree with Francis' argument.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Well, that does it for the calls. So let's start to do our closing now. Maybe we should take Lee Kuan Yew first, and then.
Thank you. And I will start with
Alfred, go ahead.
Nancy, I will encourage you to look that book online to see some of the.
You said what's the name? What's the title of the book?
The title of the book is From
21 Days with Lee Kuan Yew.
From Third War to First War.
Oh,
a
okay.
Singaporean story written by Lee Kuan Yew, former Prime Minister of Singapore.
He put it in the chat room. He put it in the chat room.
Okay. No, you know what? Monday when coming on the show, I'll bring the book to OCA.
No, we show the book to us for one now.
Yeah, I will put it in the chat room. I'll put it in the chat room so you guys can go and read.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to start with one of the brilliant ideas that Lee Kuan Yew brought. You know, Singapore is well situated in the Asian Pacific, where you know you from it kind of link China, Vietnam, and all the other places.
Mama is distracting us.
No ship can just pass without entering Singapore. So in 1968, one of the problems that were happening in Singapore was the issue of traffic congestion. There was no way for cars. The cars were just too many, and there was no way for them to do it because they never had the infrastructure to hold the kind of car that was going. You know what Lee Kuan Yew did? He set up a panel of experts of Singaporeans from the United States, from London, someone came from China, and gave them 6 months to create a national agenda. I mean, I'm talking about highway agenda that the government will use for the next 10 years. In 1968, those guys sat down and drew the national plan, and then they showed it to the people. The people bought into the idea. They start facing a road. They have certain road when you pass. When you pass there, you gotta pay money so that they can meet you. So you pass your car there, you go in front, you start, you pay your money, they give you ticket for the day. That's how they did. They started developing their country. But in Liberia, what we do here, we argue all day. Yesterday, Brother Smith was here and was telling us about the infrastructure plan of Liberia. The only one that they were all put together was the National Road Fund. Joshua Jalepa, what happened to the National Road Fund? They went, they took money there, they said they won't pay salary. Someone tried to start defending it, that they must take money from the National Road Fund and they should take to pay our highway to make it a road fund. That will create an economy for our people. They took it to go pay for salary. Which was very good. And nothing happened to someone to it.
Thank you.
Nothing happened to him. He's working free.
Yeah, I know you.
The only way Liberia will develop.
I know you ending on that, Alfred. Sorry to interrupt you. I know you ending on that, but for the sake of time, I'm setting the timer now, so I want to give you 30 seconds to conclude.
Yeah,
right?
Let me end on this. The only way Liberia will develop, unless we start punishing people for wrongdoing. When we say this is the law, we should follow it. Let us follow the law for God's sake. Let's do it for 1 year. Let Joe Biden, you have a national conference. Let's follow the law for 1 year. Just 1 year, and so we're happy. Let's follow it for 1 year, and so we're happy. Whether we don't have a progressive change. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and you're right, Alfred. I think these are things that our policy makers to have to pick up pieces from, and it can only get better. Liberia,
I can agree with you more than 100%, man. You are.
Liberia, like a lot of countries.
I read about it, man.
But let's get Raymond to come in. Raymond, you have 1 minute 30 seconds.
So, Alfred, let's be careful how we quote people who have opportunity to serve in government. I didn't see fault when they serve, but they point finger when others serve. Before I got into government, I worked with JACA, where we did a master plan for improvement of facilities around Monrovia and its environment. It's a big booklet. The Japanese government did with our waterways. They a lot of detailed studies on infrastructure around Monrovia, what needed to be done, including the minister that I served under, Victor Smith. When he came, he never touched it. It's still lying down there, dust on it. So when people point out others and don't even point out their own shortcomings, that's not fair. So I would just use that to flag that. So sometimes we've got to be careful how we run with what people say, because sometimes it's a little misleading. Let's go to the argument. Look, we want equity. Our argument is improvement of Liberia, and the people of Liberia matter most, whether government or the private sector. And for government, for Liberia to be a better place, both the government sector and the private sector must flourish. And for that to happen, those who are smart and intelligent have to work in both sectors. And there's got to be something to attract them, got to be something to sustain them, it got something to keep them and incentivize them to work harder and give their best. One should not make an utmost sacrifice while others enjoy the fruit of their labor. There's also corruption in the private sector. It's called profiteering. And that's something we need to discuss as well. Not only local government. The private sector is equally corrupt as government can be.
Thank you, sir. Francis, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah. So private sector will only be corrupt because the government allows it. The government should serve as a referee when it comes to the economy, right? So the private sector and the government should not compete for salary. First of all, you remember mentioned that as a counter to Cindy, that government built the roads with taxpayer dollars and things like that. But private sector pay taxes to government that also build the road, right? So I use the talk about when two elephants fight, the grass suffer. But when it comes to economy, when two elephants fight, which they call competition, no monopoly. Let's take for example Semenco. If Semenco is a private sector company, a private company, and then Bon Voyage come to provide cement, that company and the government created the law that regulate the cement company. If Bon Voyage want to attract well-competent people, they will pay that people more money to attract good employees. Then Bon Voyage productivity will increase. And if Semenco too want to compete with Bon Voyage, Semenco will pay their people good, get them better benefits and things like that. Then people will come to Semenco too. And when these two companies are competing, guess who enjoy? The public. The public will enjoy because now they need us to benefit. Because when Semenco open 20 warehouses or 20 factories in and around the country, thousands of people get employed. When Bon Voyage open 50 companies around the country, and the
thank you, Francis.
So when government give,
thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Let's hear from you, Cindy.
Well, it was a good show. We touched on a lot of different things tonight. I want to end by stating again clearly that no segregation should be allowed in our country. The appointed Minister of Commerce, Ami Modal, is a Liberian. Whether his name is Modal, his name is Sandy, he holds a Liberian citizenship. Whether he's light skinned, he blue skinned, he green skinned, he holds a Liberian citizenship. He must be respected as that. I think what I will argue is that all Liberians should be given opportunity. There should be a fair ground. That's what I want to say. Once you are qualified and they deem you necessary to serve your country, we must respect that. We talk about the salary. I think that should be across all government agencies and positions. There should be some level of balance. There should be our nation wealth should be equally distributed so that all of us can start to benefit from Liberia as our country. So I do want to agree that the range of 5,000 for our lawmaker is good. Maybe we should add some benefit. Then maybe yes, push it up to maybe $6,000 to $7,000. But let's also then start to create programs, restructure our retirement programs so that those that serve us will not retire, being beggars. It's a great show, and I look forward to another amazing show tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shirley?
Hey, Nelson, I want to start my closing by saying I hope Eugene was able to get a help for Passion nightclub, whatever it's called. Know Eugene personally, and I've seen how hard he have worked and the sacrifices that he made to leave everything here than to go back to Liberia to start his business or businesses. So I hope there was help for him. And I also want to say that indeed it was a great show as well. I won our new elected officers that are coming into position to serve the Liberian people, that they do have time to listen to the Liberian people and do the right thing and try to pull, especially the representative and senator, try to pull processes in place where our people are not depending on them. Because I know Liberian, we always want to be on top of everything, where other people are backer, other people are looking up to you, other people are calling you sir or madam, and then you look down on those people. But I want them to make law where the common people can be able to feed their family while they are not fully depending on them. So I'm looking forward to a new Liberia. Looking forward to everyone working together and bringing the passion, because once you have the passion to serve the people, you will do the right thing. And I pray that those that are going to be in position, going to be people that are honest, people with integrity. So that is my prayer for Liberia.
Thank you, Shirley. Moba, then Amy will take us home.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. You know, my brother Alfred alluded to Lee Kuan Yew, and it is true, right? I just going through whatsoever, like what he was reading, like he implemented several economic policies that elevated his country from where it was, from the third world country to where it is today. Economic policy, attracting destination, like bringing our tourism in this country, infrastructure development. So I think when we decide to attract foreigner to come in our country, you know, our country will be better. But let me close by saying this, right? You know, in my own thinking, I think there are 5 different things we need to do. Probably in every 5, like we got to work on our security, our electricity, our infrastructure development, and our economics. I mean, our economics and stuff, so that our people, right? If you get good security, you see a lot of companies want to come in. If you get infrastructure, you see a lot of people. If you get electricity and water, look, there's no country survive. We're in the 21st century, and our country can even provide stable electricity. And look, next we got to take our time and talk about these things, more especially when it comes to electricity issues. We got to discuss about it. We got to get solution to our people, how to work on these things, because it's important. Next time we 1 minute, I can bear. I'll be 1 minute. Don't do that, man. I'll be 1 minute. Yeah, man, don't do that. I'll be 1 minute. I ain't 1 minute. Won't come
you know. Let me confess.
Yeah, man.
Interestingly, Mama started. I forgot to put on the timer. So the guy is just talking. I have this feeling that it's 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Every 1 minute. So, don't do that to me. Everybody talk more than 1 minute.
Okay, Moba, let's assume the points you just made, it was 30 seconds. So let me give you 1 minute.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
So I'm starting the timer.
Yeah. And so I think when we work on our electricity, right? And we work on our infrastructure and other stuff, our roads and other things. Look, a lot of our security, a lot of companies will want to come in, because when companies come in your country, they look at 3 different factors: your role, your current, your security. If all these things are working together, you will realize that a lot of companies want to come to invest, so our people can work. And after I commend you, man. Anyway, we can take it for fun, but Lee Kuan Yew, I did go a little bit, but he did a lot of things. There are a lot of things. No, that'd be frank. There are a lot of things. I'm looking at
no one is disagreeing with you, Mama. No one is disagreeing with
his country. There were, he worked on tourism, which is the building, like infrastructure. He developed. Wow. He developed he invested in it, security, roads, job, and he was taking people money. Right, when you pay your 401k. He used it to what? To develop the country. Before you reach to that age, he able to get taxes and pay those money back. Allowing friends here? That's it. No, but I'm serious. According to what I'm reading here,
I thought you said you read a book.
Are you really reading the book? Why you asking the boy if you lying?
Come
on now, you looking for confirmation?
No. But my brother know more about the book, but just a summary. Because what I'm reading here, that's why it's
Remo, the friends. I mean,
yeah, you.
No, but Mama,
yeah, so
Mother, you go read a book, good, then you can come and summarize the book.
Please read the book from the beginning to the end. Analyze it, okay?
We got a synopsis.
I got to complete the whole book, right? The little I just read, right? It gave me the same direction.
Nelson, you're so wrong.
Friends say we're going, so that's how
Thank you, Mama. Thank you for the revelation.
That's how they put it. That's how I made that.
But friends say, people in the comment section are asking for the name of the book, and not friends say, but Alfred.
From third word to first word.
You know. What got me laughing? What got me laughing is no one said Moba is not saying the truth. Moba said he read a book. And then Moba is explaining his book. You are lying.
I'm not scared to Maluba. Maluba, you are super fast reader though. I mean, like, but the fact that you asking for validation, they just
he read a synopsis. Actually, he read the achievement of Lee Kuan Yew, not the book.
Not the book, but the achievement. His achievement. Disadvantage. I even go to the
disadvantage. His achievement when he was prime minister.
But I could go to the disadvantage a little bit.
Everything Moba just said was just the achievement. Moba, haven't read the book yet.
You can read a book. That book is more than
listen, you can read a whole book, but you can take certain parts from in there as summarized, right?
That's what he said.
So the little bit I take from in it.
But the passion, Maluba even got from just reading. I don't know, the achievement. It's just like, I mean, he just advocating like,
okay, Maluba. We're a free business environment. How you get it? No, no.
Mama, you have 5 minutes already.
Army close. We got it. We'll read the book ourselves, and then we can discuss it.
10 seconds. Our lawmaker need to go and read our book. No, let me frank. We can make out of fun, right? We can make out of fun.
About 2 days. About 10 seconds.
No, about 10 seconds. But I beg you, Raymond, don't do that to me, man. And but our lawmaker need to go and read our book so they can be able to bring things to our country. Because let me tell you. Their book, I will order it from Amazon because it's
Thank
rich.
you.
That's okay now.
Let me do your closing finally.
Man, we have bothering me to know on this show here.
You have 5 minutes, dude.
What?
We have more than 5 minutes talking about one book.
No, it's not. I'm just.
It's okay.
Guys, Remy, when we are not making one person, like you alluded to, us making government looks bad and private sector looks good. I don't think that was the argument here. We were only talking about lawmakers tonight. I don't think we were comparing the two. And the tax breaks you talking about, my brother. How many common people in Liberia get tax breaks apart from those big foreign business people? And then even their roles.
Sorry for cutting you. I just have to laugh. Your CEO comment. Maluba, you got love for the book, but you just did not read it.
So like I was saying,
let me restart your time. Let me restart your time. So let's take it from the start. So you have 1 minute 30 seconds.
So remember you said that the people enjoy their roles, the this, that is all come from government. But like Francis said, these people pay taxes and stuff. And who enjoy these roles better than the government officials? They're the one who driving cars. Mamusu selling potato greens and Mafatu. How many cars they have to be enjoying these roles? They're not even having tax breaks, these people. They're going to the market. They're not even sure if that markets are going to go or not something. So you cannot compare the two. We're not saying that all government should not get paid, they shouldn't, but we're just saying that the money that they're getting paid, while the common people, the lowest people are living from day to day, year to year, in the lowest, like 30 cents, not 30 cents a day. It's too much. And like I said, if we all talking about we want a new Liberia and we want, except that lawmakers don't want that, but we all have to make that sacrifice. The common people can be the only people making the sacrifice and be making lawmakers feel comfortable and nothing happening for the country. We can't, yeah, they have the skills. What skills they got, I don't know, because we're not seeing any benefits or whatever. So why we paying them to make them for that services, for that work, or we're not seeing it. So they need to make that sacrifice with everybody else and reduce that pay till Liberia start to get better, and then they can put it back up if they want to. But you can't be holding people coming running to you every day asking you for $25 to eat, and when they ask you about your pay, and you say, "Oh, our people can come to." How many people in your district you able to feed? How many people in your county you think you can do that for? That's not an excuse. They should make the right laws and do the proper.
Thank you, Amy.
Procurement or whatever, and let everybody enjoy and start to enjoy Liberia instead of just lawmaking.
I think so that we need extra time on this show. We got to discuss it to the back.
Because I wanted to ask Amy a question.
The conversation.
Guys, we're out of time now. We are serious.
Yes, I'm waiting for Remy question. Please.
No.
I'll
You
take
didn't
that
understand my
question.
argument, Amy.
No,
all the things you say about me were.
We out of time.
Everything I said.
Another show.
How can you compare an engineer working in government
about 6 minutes. You get about 10 minutes.
who said in potato?
I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, Alfred.
Don't do that to
Thank you, Raymond. Thank you, Francis. Thanks a lot. We appreciate you. Thank you, Cindy.
I salute you. I will order that book. I like it. The little one looking at
we're not gonna book it again.
No, I enjoyed it.
Let me order your cup, Mama. Let me see what you do.
You haven't read the book yet, so you haven't enjoyed it yet.
I cover up.
I need to order that cup.
We really need to get the book, because Moluba, imagine us not reading the book and Moluba coming here to explain what the book is about.
They didn't read the book. You didn't read the book.
That's what I'm saying. But he didn't read the book yet. He actually acting like he not understand and read the book. That's the problem.
Look, you see, when you read things for a part, right?
Oh my God.
Why? No, let's think about it. The fucker cannot bear the fucker or something, right? If you come down to that identical episode of that identical
you know what I'm done. Yeah, Mama, let me see that cup. Let me see that cup you drinking out of.
The fucker cannot bear.
Yeah, something like that. You know, I read our book almost 20 years ago. Let me friend. More than 20 years ago. So anything I say, I will get you.
Well, I'll send you another book to read. For the in-law of flowers, so you kind of give out as like this.
Why Mama on a book that he can read? He can get a code right.
Let me come in now. I don't want this one.
The Falcon can never bear the.
Yes. No, listen.
Moluba get love for the book when he's not reading it well.
No, listen. If you read the upper law of that book, right, it will tell you the whole summary.
We want to
so
say
it's almost like the same of the identical something.
But honestly, Mobile, you never read the book. You only reading the achievement of the.
It doesn't matter, but I understand what in the book already.
No, Moluba, you don't judge a book by its cover.
No, absolutely not, Moluba. No. No, please do not deceive our people that you not.
I read a book.
But you can't say you understand what in the book already.
I didn't get it.
There's a cliche that says do not judge a book by its cover until you read the pages of the book.
We'll say let Mobile go. Let Mobile be the first.
I think I'm trying to agree with Cindy that Chinese code is not good for Moluba. Please do not wear that again and come on the show.
We want to say thanks to everyone.
Please, I won't have you attack my brother like that shit.
Thank you, Alfred. Thanks for being here tonight. Moluba, thank you. Raymond, we appreciate your time. Thanks for being here tonight as well. You see, Moluba, we're not bringing you back. Oh, you going for the night. You gone, Moluba. You're not coming back. So, Francis, we appreciate you as well. Shirley, thanks.
Nelson, you need to get Amy and myself 5 extra meetings because
Yeah.
there was more men here than us,
But next year, we'll start doing that. Next year.
All right, have a good night.
Thanks a lot, Amy. We appreciate you as well. Well, folks, that's how I would like to draw down the curtains on the show tonight. Thanks for being a part of the late night show. We'll be back at next week. Yes, on Monday night. Until then, have for yourselves a good night. And Nelson Collier, thanks to the entire team. And bye-bye for now.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stan Turner with the spoon. And your boy,